what do you got?
I think I can prove to a judge that both of these men had the mens rea.
What the hell is a mens rea?
It's a legal term the lawyers use. It just means the intention to commit a crime.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Mens rea?
Put the cuffs on him.
How could we have gotten mens rea? We take blood? Can you do it without taking blood? We both use condoms. How is this possible? I want to see a doctor. Can I have an independent blood test?
Money!
I feel sick.
What are you doing?
Mens rea! Oh! Oh! My God! No!
Hey, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It is me, Legal Vices, and this is Legal Vices, and we are here getting ready. This is probably the final little bit of info we're going to be hitting before the SARAH Boone trial starts, and that's what we're all about here. We're getting into it with Legal Minds.
Hey, what's going on? You're getting a Korean double trouble here. It's good to see you guys, and good to be with you on this lovely frosty evening here in Seoul.
Or the Korea DP, as we like to call it.
I didn't know if you're
not.
Are you keeping it family friendly? Come on, it's the morning, Jeff. Come on, we're not gonna be family friendly over
double
here.
Double people.
Double people, yes, persons.
Yeah,
yes.
Double persons, exactly. So how are we doing, everybody here? Yeah, this is what we're gonna be doing. We'll talk a little bit about it in just a minute, but do all the the background stuff, get all the base stuff out of the way. We've got currently 244 people here and 147 likes. Don't make me go all Branca and threaten to shut the damn stream down if you don't have 50%, but we know how it works. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the like and subscribe button poll. Today's poll: I pounded the like and subscribe button like a suitcase bouncing down the stairs. I pounded the like and subscribe buttons like a baggage handler with a suitcase. I pounded the like and subscribe button like someone jamming a boyfriend in a suitcase, or I pounded the like and subscribe buttons like an OnlyFans model on a good day.
Oof.
So those are our choices today. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, take the poll, and we'll check back in an hour or so and see how we are midstream. That's it. Do this. Don't have to hear me talk about it. Super chats, as always, no minimum, not expected. Everything is gratefully accepted as we go through. Try to read what we can in chat, but it's busy. There's a million people here. Can't hit all of them, but guaranteed to read, address, and answer every one of the super chats, regardless of whether it's to me or to Andrew Legal Mindset, whatever it is. If you super chat, we'll get to it. That's pretty much the background stuff out of the way in record time. It usually takes me about 10 minutes to get through that.
I'm impressed. You got through your disclosures very fast, sir. You're a consummate, a practiced gentleman.
No, it usually takes like 10 minutes. I just go back to the videos and look at it. You're grifting for the likes and subscribes. Shit, it took 2.5 minutes. You're out of 3 hours, 2.5 minutes. Oh, whatever.
They love you for it, and they love you.
Looks like we got Yoda in attendance here. We'll see how long it takes before Yoda wanders off into the Twilight Zone, being full Yoda. All right. Well, dang, we got a busy few weeks here, and Andrew and I are going to be joined at the hip through most of it. It sounds like for about the next month or so.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. We've got 3 trials coming up, and at least 3 trials that are going on. We'll be covering at least 2 of those. So the trials that we have coming up are the Murdoch case. There's also the Abilene shooting case that may or may not happen. Don't know whether that's televised. And then we have the SARAH Boone case. And we will definitely be at least looking at the Murdoch case and the SARAH Boone case ourselves. Between Legal Mindset and Vices, we're gonna get it covered. We're gonna tag team this, so some of us can get some sleep at nighttime here in Korea. But it's very exciting because they're both really huge cases. And this SARAH Boone case, it's just got so many facts when we dig into it and look at it today that make this case crazier and crazier. I mean, if you thought Daryl Brooks was looking crazy, this may be Daryl Brooks on a box of I think Woodbridge. I think Woodbridge was the wine she was drinking. Yeah. This is Daryl Brooks on Woodbridge.
Yeah, and anyone that talking about drinking boxes of wine that's a warning sign right there.
Is that a red flag, Jeff? Is that a red flag for you? A box of wine?
That pretty much is, yeah. So we've got the dumpster brothers, although they're father and son. We just like to call them the dumpster. Yeah. Well, the
dumpster bros. They're broing
it's
out.
Down south. They could be both father and brothers. It could be father, son, and brothers. It is deep in the heart of Texas.
Brother cousins.
Yeah. What's for breakfast, sister mama? Yeah, that kind of sort of stuff. But so I mean, obviously, Nick is going to be covering that, but hey, we can go rogue if it's televised.
Yeah, if it's televised, we don't even know, guys. It's still not 100% confirmed that is televised. That there's going to camera in that courtroom. Remember, it's in Abilene, so this is not Houston or Dallas or the big city. This is little old Abilene, Texas. So we're not sure what they got and what resources they got out there, and whether they're allowed.
And as we were talking about the other day, people might not even really be interested in it outside of the law tubes, because one trailer park dude shooting another trailer park dude in front of a dumpster. That's kind of like Thursday.
Just another day in Abilene, right? Just another day in Abilene.
Seriously, just like Thursday. It's like, yeah, and but the Murdoch case, that's starting next Monday.
Yes. And the Murdoch case, it's kind of like not what did the guy do? It's like, what didn't he do? I mean, literally, this guy has committed every single crime. He's had pyramid schemes. He's defrauded his legal clients. He was a practicing lawyer. So he committed fraud there, stole client funds, was disbarred. He tried to kill himself in an insurance fraud scheme. Attempted murder on some other folks in a boat, murdered his wife, allegedly, right? Allegedly murdered his wife. Yeah, we have to say that, right? For legal and purpose, we got to say allegedly. Murdered his wife and his son. We'll see what proof they have there. We don't have any videos so far, but the trial we're watching is a murder trial, but he's also up on a slew of financial crimes, fraud crimes. So this guy's got, a list of charges. He's going to be put away forever. When these things are all combined and the sentences are all meted out, this guy is never going to be outside of a jail cell again. But most likely.
Well, and what we'll be focusing on is the trial of him deleting his wife and his son. He's got 90 plus other federal charges related to the financial side of things. But before we get going, Alan asks a very important question. Why is it taking me 8 times to finally send my message? Because YouTube, it's either YouTube or StreamYard. One of these two are screwed up today. Everybody that's been doing it has had problems all day today.
I had severe problems with my stream earlier. I had my guest getting booted out. I got booted out of my own StreamYard. It was just really weird. I think something's going on. Also, since YouTube updated the terms of service, YouTube's been weird. I just got a age restriction the other day on covering the SARAH Boone trial. It was reviewed and appealed. Immediately, it was kicked back to me within 15 minutes of the appeal that my appeal was denied. But then, because of everybody, including Legal Vices, thank you very much, good sir, retweeting it, Team YouTube got to me on Twitter and said, you know what? We actually manually reviewed it. We didn't just give their appeal to a bot. And we looked at it ourselves and found out that this was false. You shouldn't have had this. And they overturned it. And they got rid of that age restriction. But it took everybody getting behind me on Twitter. So thank you to everybody who helped me on Twitter. But that's what it takes to get those things lifted off of YouTube nowadays.
Yeah, and we've got to dance, and this was what sucks. We've got to dance around topics and terms and things while we do all of this, because these new ridiculous terms of service that YouTube has put on everybody. Joe got yeeted. You got yeeted. Megan Fox got it twice.
So what did Joe and Megan get it for? Because I know Joe, I think, got it for Vices. Was that it? He was playing a Vice.
Yeah, interview? for playing a Vice interview and commenting on it and breaking it down. Megan got it for the NFL and the Miss Universe pageant. Talking about her displeasure with the winner of the Miss Universe pageant.
Was it a man?
No, it was a woman. What are you trying to do to my screen? Of course it was a woman.
Of course it was a woman. Oh, of course. Sorry. Yes, it was a full woman. Yes.
Yes, it was. Absolutely nothing unusual about the bulge in the bikini. The bikini bulge
was normal. That's totally normal.
Yeah, that's the new normal. And speaking of which, Megan Fox says, "Morning, guys. I'm covering Anna Walsh disappearance at 11 a.m. today, and OMG, it just got weird. Feds connected and a whole bunch of people with motive. Ooh, well, we will raid into you when we're finished here, because that's just juicy. About the time we should be finishing up. Maybe a little early. I finished up a little bit early yesterday, so I couldn't do it.
That's
kind of hard to go for 3 hours. Oh, just saying hello, says Bella Stella. Hello, Bella Stella. Just saying hi to us, Jeff and Andrew.
Hope you're doing well in the UAE. Better than me.
Probably the best place to be these days.
Yeah.
It's just quiet. There's a lot of rich people. Why
Nobody
not?
messes with you, you know.
And I was just thinking, before we dump it, I've just been so damn busy lately. I haven't had a good cocktail in a long time. So I whipped up the most amazing whiskey sour tonight. Just gonna nurse that and got a double old fashioned on standby, and then just the regular stuff.
You're stacked, man. This is why, guys.
Had a good drink in like a week and a half. So my blood alcohol content is dangerously low. So get it back up to where it needs to be. Yeah,
you got to power back up.
But all right. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna get into. We've watched the SARAH Boone initial interview outside of her house by the police. We've watched the full interrogation in the police department, where the police just came hard, fast, and furious at her and didn't put up with any of her crap. So today we're going to look at the complaint, the affidavit the police officers get to swear to arrest her. She wrote a kind of a crazy letter to her lawyer that we'll look at, and we have a few more videos to watch, courtesy of Riptide True Crime. 911, the full 911 call. We only played part of the 911 call last time. We'll look at that. We'll look at the police questioning of the deceased guy's friend, his brother, and the apartment manager if we have time. So that's kind of the roadmap of where we're going tonight. But it takes me forever to do nothing. It takes Andrew forever to do nothing, and you get the two of us together, and it's going to take twice as long to do nothing. So we may only get through about half of the first thing today, because that's the thing. But YouTubers, we like to talk. And you get two people that like to talk together. It's like just whatever you were planning on talking about.
This is how Jeff and I end up awake till 7 o'clock in the morning till the first drink comes. I mean, we just start talking and drinking, and it doesn't stop.
Oh, Helen Ward says legal vices. You guys are my new guilty pleasure.
Awesome.
Don't be guilty. Just take pleasure from us. Don't be guilty about it.
Yeah,
come on.
Just enjoy it. Enjoy the ride.
And by the way, we're irreverent here. For those of you that are just joining, just tuning in, have never seen either one of us before, we're kind of irreverent. We talk about the serious topics, but in a lighthearted way. Now, as we go through, if you don't like it, just go and come back some other day. Someone threatened to report me the other day, and they didn't go through with it because they were handcuffing her. Someone mentioned ASMR and said, "Ooh, that's what we should do, like a law tube ASMR." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, put those handcuffs on me. Oh, I want those bend over that table. Put these handcuffs on me. I'm reporting you."
Is that a reenactment of the Tennessee incident? Is that a reenactment of the
what?
The Parrish incident? How those 6 men got fired and that one innocent young lady?
Oh man.
Have you broached that at all?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay. I just, while I was finishing work, I downloaded the findings against her, the report, the internal report, and it's
very internal.
It is brutal. So I'm thinking Friday, just during the chill stream, about 2 hours in, we'll start that particular topic. All right, we need to get moving here. Flux, thank you so much for your super chat. Pants are definitely prison. It's getting chilly here, though. It's you got to do what you got to do. Oh, we already got that one out of the way. So, all right. God, don't even know where to start. I guess for those of you that aren't familiar with this, let's start with the complaint against her, with the police officer's findings. Everybody's been interviewed. They're going to get the arrest warrant. They got the document. They put it in the report. And we're going to try to stumble through it today. And I say stumble through it today because A, a cop wrote it. And B, there's no punctuation, there's no paragraph breaks. It's just a disaster of a document, but we'll do our best. And the fun thing to do with this, and I don't know, Andrew, you were looking at this on your stream the other day.
Yeah.
It's reading between the lines.
Yes.
That's kind of the fun thing as well.
Yes.
So let's we'll give our comments on this thing here. Bring it on up. Get rid of the super chat. Boom. All right, this is the arrest affidavit. The police officers fill these things out, and this serves as the basis for the arrest. You can see how well they've put this thing together. It's just a block of words.
Very, very professional, very easy to read.
Yeah, so let's embiggen it again here. Well, that's too much of an embiggenment. All right. So here we go. 2nd-degree murder. That's what she's being charged with. So death penalty is not an option. The death penalty is for the 1st-degree murder cases. What she's facing is 16 3/4 years to life. Don't ask me how they came to 16 3/4 years, but that's Florida. Maybe Andrew can shed a little more light on what happens in Florida than I can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what the sentencing, how they did that with the guidelines. I mean, that seems like that's some sort of guideline math. That's some sort of internal guideline math. That's definitely not a statute. A statute is not giving you quarters.
Let's see how big we can make this so we don't make people go blind. Oh, that's kind of cool how I did that. Way to split the screen like that.
I'm not even sure how you did that. Honestly, it's impressive.
Huh. Well, all right. Well, we fixed it, so good for me. I'm not even sure what that's all about. All right, let's go through here. Background. On February 24th, 2020, so this is literally like almost 3 years ago exactly, which I think is, she's on, spoiler alert, she's on lawyer number 6. And she applied to somebody, I think the lawyer applied to get out of the case this time. And nobody's really sure, but it seems like the judge said, no, she's gone through 6 lawyers. We're too close to trial. Sorry, you have to do it.
Yeah.
And refused to let the lawyer out of it. So it's gone on for 3 years. They need to try her and they need to get it over with.
Yeah.
Orange County deputies responded to 4748 Franz Lane, number 3, Winter Park, Florida. Where is Winter Park, Florida?
So, okay, so this is the Winter Park is actually a big community. I went over this on my stream. There's a bougie part of Winter Park, and there's a kind of hood part of Winter Park.
I'm guessing this is the hood part.
Yes, and this is also fun fact. This is very near the apartment that Casey Anthony's boyfriend lived in. So this is very near that area.
Yeah.
No, it was not the bougie part of town. Those remember the Casey Anthony case. Tony Lazzaro.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Courtney Clenny. Never mind.
No, not Courtney Clenny. That's Miami. That's Miami. Different city.
Yeah,
this is Orlando. Winter Park is within Orlando, city of Orlando. It's north of downtown, north of Lake Eola. There's a very nice part of Winter Park that's near Rollins College. Very bougie. You know, a lot of good high-end date spots. Don't ask me how I know. And then there's the ghetto part. That's near Full Sail. Full Sail University, where they do a lot of tech stuff. Tony Lazzaro, Casey Anthony's boyfriend, went there, and this is actually very near there. It's in an apartment complex, very near that area. So it was kind of sketchy. This is definitely the area where if you wanted to buy, let's say, some ice, we'll keep it YouTube friendly, you'd be able to pick it up.
The kind that I put in my cocktail.
Yes, the kind you put in your cocktail.
Ice,
yes, that's exactly that type of ice. Let's say that type. Yes.
Well, see, and also I was going to have our dear friend Stephen N. Gosney, lawyer from Florida who handles death penalty appeals. I was going to have him on to talk a little bit about this and the sentencing guidelines and things like that, but he's unable to join us because this is in his area, and if it goes to an appeal, he might get tapped on the shoulder for this, so he has a conflict that won't let him talk about this. So just for giggles, let's hope she gets convicted and it gets appealed and Gosney gets assigned the case.
that would be fantastic. That would be absolutely fantastic. And then, after it's all said and done, we can get a postmortem from Gosney on this.
Mortimer Duke says, to hell with Sarah Boone's suitcase. What about Sam Brinton's? Who's Sam Brinton?
I was going to say, who is Sam Brinton? I do not know.
I hope he's got a big suitcase and there's no bodies in it. All right.
Sam Brinton is the nuclear guy, the LGBTQA++ nuclear guy who stole the suitcase and continued to use it afterwards.
The one that looks like the big bald-headed dudes in the original Star Trek, the brain guys in drag. Yes,
that's the dude.
Okay,
which totally we respect and love and support.
All right, well, as you can see, this is what I was talking about. We're 20 minutes in, we've read like one sentence. The caller, later identified as Sarah Boone, she calls herself, we'll be listening to that in just a bit, reportedly playing a game of hide and seek. I cannot believe she sticks with that story.
Well, for now.
Every time she's opened her mouth, it's been hide and seek, and literally saying, let's play hide and seek. You get in this suitcase in the middle of the floor and let me zip you up. That's exactly the opposite of hide and seek.
Says you, Jeff Lawyer Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's just an opinion, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
right.
you know, that's just like
So they were playing a game of hide
your
and seek.
opinion, man.
Sarah and George, not Jorge, George.
Jorge. It's Jorge.
Yeah, I'll call him George. So, you know, if he identified as George, I'll call him George because that's how I am. Yeah. He goes by the George pronoun. George Torres Jr. was deceased. The caller, later identified as Sarah Boone, reported playing a game of hide and seek. Sarah and George jokingly thought it would be funny if George got in the suitcase, located in the living room upstairs, and passed out in her bed. Wait, see, there we go. I skipped a whole line because paragraphs. I got into the suitcase located in the living room. Sarah zipped George in the suitcase. Sarah mentioned that she and George had been consuming alcohol during the night, and she went upstairs and passed out on her bed. Yeah, she told the police, as you saw in the video of her outside.
She was not drunk. That's
yeah,
what
she wasn't drunk.
So the original thing was
two or three things of wine. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 or 3 things of wine. Wait for it because the story does indeed change.
Yep. So she went upstairs and passed out in her bed. She later woke up to her cell phone ringing multiple times around 11 o'clock, which also changed. She went downstairs and did not see George anywhere in the apartment. She then realized that he was possibly still inside the suitcase. Now, in the videos, if you recall from the video, she said she woke up around noon. She just kind of laid in bed because she didn't want to get out of bed. Got out of bed about 12:30 and then went, oh my God, she thought her husband was downstairs doing her boy. I keep calling her husband, damn it.
Or ex-husband. Well, because she has an ex-husband, right? So
she has the ex too.
She has a baby daddy, right? She got a baby daddy, and she's not.
The ex-husband's like, thank fuck for this.
Well, actually, the ex-husband is actually brilliant, and you're going to see what he did. He's a nice guy. I actually believe the ex-husband is a nice guy, but he's smart because of something he does. We'll get to that.
All right. So she changes her story a lot here. She went downstairs and did not see George anywhere in the apartment. Then she realized he was still possibly inside the suitcase. Sarah unzipped the suitcase and found George unresponsive and not breathing. Yeah, it kind of happens after being in there for like 13 hours.
Yeah.
Shortly after the 911 call, deputies arrived on scene. Orange County Fire Department confirmed that George was in fact deceased at 13:07 hours. That's 107 for you illiterates. The degenerate was found. The degenerate. God damn it. The degenerate.
It's in your head now, Vices.
The decedent was found lying. The dead guy was found lying near the front door of the residence, near a blue suitcase. A small laceration was evident. Now, see again, in her interview, an interrogation, both times she said, "Oh, we had a great day. We were doing puzzles and singing songs and painting and play. It was a beautiful day.
It was great. Yeah.
Coom everywhere by and are having a great time." But no. Apparently, there was a laceration on his lip, what appeared to be some bruising around his eye, and there was also some scratching on his back, which she said was due to rough sex.
Ooh, hey.
Yeah, sure. Interview Sarah Boone. This is where that's the background. Interview. This is what she said during her interview that we all watched the other day. On February 24, 2020, at 16:57, that's 4:57 p.m., Detective Scott Lowen and I conducted an audio-recorded interview with Sarah Boone located in my unmarked agency vehicle. Okay, we haven't seen this one. Okay, this is just a recording. Outside of her residence, located the following is a synopsis of Sarah Boone's sworn recorded statement. I read verbatim to Sarah her constitutional Miranda warnings. Sarah agreed she understood.
Ignored it, right? This is where you screw up right here. You ignore your Miranda warning and you continue to talk. That's
always the first question I ask the chat when we watch interrogations, where in 99.9% of the time they're sitting there alone. What is missing from this picture? Anything related to lawyer is the correct answer.
Yep.
She just went. She went on her own, and it did not go well. So she understood her rights. On February 23rd, 2020, at approximately 1600 hours, Sarah was located at her residence. in Florida, along with her boyfriend, George Torres Jr., who also resides at the apartment. Only Sarah and George were located at the residence. Sarah's son, Lucas Boone, would sometimes be at a residence when it was her day, days per the custody agreement she has with her ex-boyfriend. Come on, cops, punctuation. Sarah said her and George, Jesus. These are the people that are in charge of arresting you and charging you with crimes that could potentially end your life. You can't even frickin' write a report or speak English or use grammar. Sarah said her and George were painting pictures and completing a puzzle while sharing a bottle of Woodbridge Chardonnay wine.
Classy, keeping it classy. Who's a Woodbridge fan out there? W's in the chat for Woodbridge. W's in the chat for Woodbridge.
Anytime wine is sold by the gallon ain't a good sign. As the evening went on, and again, she said they only had one bottle and each had 2 or 3 glasses.
Bullshit.
And as you saw in the police interrogation, they're like, well, yeah, we got him on video buying 2 bottles down at the store and they're both empty. So explain that. She couldn't. All right. So as the evening went on, they decided to play hide and seek, a game called hide and seek.
A game.
Sarah hid up a game. Yeah. In case you didn't know, it's hide and seek. Sarah hid upstairs in her shower first and said George never came to look for her. After a while, she decided to go downstairs where she found George. Sarah and George both thought it would be funny if she zipped George into the blue suitcase that was located downstairs in the living room area that had a few miscellaneous items they had both planned to donate.
So
George
here's the
willing,
thing.
yeah.
Like right here, Jeff, like, because I think she would have had a defense to say that, oh, he did it himself. But because she admits in her statement here, recorded statement, post Miranda, so it's admissible, she admits that she was the one to do it. So now she has her action, right, of going there and doing that, knowing it is not safe to keep someone inside of a piece of luggage,
Not
and doing that
recommendable.
herself. Yeah, if it had been him doing it to himself, that could have been a potential defense here, right? But no, it is clearly her taking that action.
Yep, I did it, and he liked it, I guess. Got a couple super chats here. Flux, no, we don't love or respect Sam Brinton, lol. And that's why I love Flux. She says, Flux is our local lesbian, we call her. Flux is great. She says the LGBs and half of the T's are okay. The last half of the T's on, that's where the problems are. Can't agree with that more.
Yes, it's a quite true statement.
And it was the alcohol, but she wasn't drunk. Well, I kind of use that excuse sometimes too. It was the alcohol, but I wasn't drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Yeah. All right, so there we go. Let's get those super chats out of the way, and let's jump back into this crazy statement here because it gets worse. Where are we? God, you got to find your fucking place in this stupid 1-paragraph narrative of an entire day. All right, there we go. A few miscellaneous items, both the planet. Okay, willingly got in the suitcase. Sarah zipped the suitcase up, but 2 of George's fingers were able to stick out of the suitcase. Remember again, the cops were saying, but how come we don't see that on the video you took?
Zero proof that is factual. Zero proof.
Good Lord. All right, so she said they made it so he could stick 2 fingers out of the suitcase. Sarah
Congratulations.
And George, we're both laughing as she zipped him into the suitcase. Sarah explained the attached handle that made it easier to zip the suitcase was broken, but a paper clip was in the zipper, and she was able to zip the suitcase up. A paper clip that you could possibly use to latch the 2 ends of the zipper together so you can't unzip it too. Just saying.
Yeah.
No evidence of that, but just saying. It's food for thought. On February 24th, 2020, at approximately 00:30 hours, that's midnight 30, that's 12:30 a.m., Sarah decided she was going to go upstairs while George was still located in the suitcase. Located. See,
Well, yes,
cops are taught to put certain words in reports.
Right.
Can't say he was still in the suitcase. He was still located in the suitcase. It makes him sound smarter.
He was traveling inside the suitcase.
Yeah, thinking he'd get himself out. Sarah laid down in her bed and fell asleep approximately 20 to 30 minutes after going upstairs. Sarah assumed George was going to get out of the suitcase and come to bed as well. Sarah said neither her nor George were drunk from the wine. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch this statement. It's gonna change.
Yeah. Sarah woke up in the morning. Oh, dear God. Sarah woke up in the morning and heard her cell phone ringing multiple times, but ignored the calls. Those were the calls from her ex-husband going, when are you coming to pick up our kid? You're late. So she ignored those because she apparently didn't want to pick up the kid, I guess. God damn it. Okay. Sarah and her cell phone was left downstairs. Sarah said her cell phone was left downstairs from the night prior. Sarah knew her ex-husband, Brian Boone, was calling because he was the only person who called her repeatedly to see if she was going to get her son, Lucas Boone, from school.
So saying he's the only one who cares about their son. Got it. 10-4 on that one.
Pretty much. She said she stayed upstairs for a while and assumed George was downstairs on the laptop looking for employment. Sarah said she went downstairs at approximately 1100 hours and realized she could not find George anywhere in the apartment. Sarah freaked out and remembered the last time she saw George was when she zipped him in the suitcase.
Ruh-roh.
Dun, dun, dun. Sarah unzipped the suitcase and found George unresponsive, stiff and purple, as she called it when she in the 911 call. Jesus, it's crazy.
Stiff and purple, yeah.
Here called Brian back, told him George was dead, and begged him to come to her residence.
Okay,
Brian only
so time out here, Jeff.
You got comments?
Time out.
Comments
Yes.
about, hey, my boyfriend's dead.
We also saw this in the Idaho 4 murders, which I talked about, with Andrea, and I've talked about. I'm going to be talking about this again tomorrow, or not tomorrow, in Wednesday night Eastern. But we see repeatedly, particularly some of these ladies, they are calling people that are not the police. Should you not, number one, call 911 when you see someone is unresponsive? Is that not like the normal human response? Instead, you call your ex, and I will give it out to him. He came right away, right? He immediately got over there as fast as possible. But how, in your mind, when somebody is dead, do you not call the police right away?
Well, and you see it in the Courtney Clenny deal too. She stabs her. Well, allegedly stabbed him, but she said she threw the knife javelin style from 10 feet away and sunk it 3 inches.
Penetrated him with a lethal object, right?
Yeah.
And then she
However
called her dad.
She called her mom and talked to her mom for 14 and a half minutes before she called the police.
Yeah. Before.
Right? Yeah. Ugh. And you know what the ex is like? The ex is just thinking, thank fuck I dodged that and I'm too big for a suitcase. And if you watch the interview, we watch the interview with him outside the house, he just throws her under the bus, which we see a little bit of it here. Yeah. Downstairs, laptop, and God, trying to find your damn place in this ridiculous paragraph. Zipped in the suitcase, unresponsive on the floor. Okay. She freaked out and remembered the last time she saw George when she zipped the suitcase. She unzipped the suitcase, found him unresponsive. She called Brian back, told him George was dead, and begged him to come to her residence. Brian only resides a few minutes away. When Brian got to the residence, he walked into the apartment, saw George unresponsive on the floor, and told Sarah that she probably ought to maybe consider possibly calling 911 at this point.
Hey, what did he do?
Immediately walked out.
Yes. Said, this is on you, crazy woman. Call 911 like you should have in the first place. And I am removing myself, my fingerprints, my boot prints, and everything from this unit immediately, forthwith.
Yep, that's one thing he mentioned to the police, that he didn't take his shoes off. He didn't. Well, that'd be an Oriental thing, wouldn't it? He didn't go past the initial little entryway part where I guess there was linoleum or something on the floor. Nope, saw the body and just said, "Fuck it, I'm out. I'm out of here. I don't want any part of this shit." So yep, he promptly and immediately removed himself from the scene. He walked outside and stayed there until law enforcement arrived, while Sarah followed the instructions from the 911 operator. I hope she didn't, because he'd been gone for about 13 hours and they told her to do CPR and stuff. So she was making out with a corpse for a while if she followed their instructions.
Oof.
Someone who she knew was a corpse.
For a fact.
I would like to think she's just sitting back smoking a cigarette going, yeah, I'm giving him CPR. Yeah, oh, it's not working. But if she did it, Sarah Boone's phone, iPhone XS. Okay, yeah, this is on the phone, which we've all seen. I showed it once and got away with it. I'm not going to show it again.
I got it in once, and that's that. Yeah, one and done, right? One and done. You guys can go back and watch the replay on Jeff's channel, on my channel. We've all got it.
So her phone, she gave verbal and written consent by signing a waivers and affidavits form for the Orange County Sheriff's Office to search her iPhone, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to put a serial number on there. Digital forensic investigator Junella Uadan responded to the scene and began to download the cell phone. While the cell phone was being downloaded, 2 videos were found on the cell phone. See, I thought she uploaded those videos to TikTok, but apparently she wasn't that stupid.
No, that would be peak idiocy, but this is still pretty bad. This doesn't make it much better. I'm going to be honest with you, Jim.
Yeah. So me previously saying she uploaded them to TikTok, I was delusional and incorrect, because apparently even she's not that stupid. But they found the videos on her cell phone. The first video began recording at 23:12 hours. George repeatedly yelling out Sarah's name. Sarah told George, "For everything you've done to me, fuck you." Sarah was laughing when she said, "Fuck you, stupid." George repeatedly kept calling out Sarah's name, and you heard it, "Sarah, Sarah." George said, "I can't fucking breathe. Seriously?" Sarah replied, "Well, yeah, that's what you do when you choke me." Now, again, this is we saw this, the ex throwing her under the bus and stuff, saying, yeah, George had been arrested 4 or 5 times for domestic against her. She'd been arrested for a few times for domestic against him. He was just out of jail from the last time that he got there because of her. And
right.
So they have a history of beating each other with curtain rods and things like that. But everything was going great this night. They were playing puzzles and drinking wine and singing Kumbaya and playing hide and seek. But yeah, so this is the video here. That's what you do when you choke me. George continued to repeat himself, telling Sarah he couldn't breathe. Sarah replies, "That's on you." Of course, she said it more like, "That's on you. That's what I feel like when you cheat on me," said the not drunk Sarah.
Yes, I'm totally not drunk in those videos. Not at all.
Yeah, you should probably shut the fuck up. In this video, the suitcase is facing downwards, and you can see George pushing on the suitcase. That's so terrible to laugh at that, but yeah. You can see George pushing on the suitcase in an attempt to get out. The video is 2 minutes and 3 seconds long. The second video began at 2020, so this is like 3 hours earlier. Oh, yeah. So, wait, is that right? 20 hours. Yeah, he was in there for 3 hours before the second recording was made. That can't be right.
Weird.
This is February 24th, 2020 hours. But the date was February 24th, 2020. I don't think the timestamp is there because he couldn't have been in there 4 hours before the second video was made. Whatever. Anyway, he was in there. George yelled out Sarah's name. The suitcase is now in a different position, facing
so it's
upwards.
been flipped. It's been flipped in between those 2 videos. That's very material. So either he was struggling so much it flipped, or she physically flipped the suitcase.
She admitted to flipping it in her interrogation with the police.
Oh, sorry. So
because it was funny.
Yeah, yeah.
They were giggling it up.
Yeah, that's like that. I mean, Jeff, we talked about like there's no duty to help somebody, right? But you can't make their position worse, right? If you don't have to throw them you don't have to throw a drowning person a life preserver, as fucked up as it is. You don't have to do it, but you can't kick the ladder to the boat away when they try to grab for the ladder. Like you can't do that, and that's making it worse. And by flipping the suitcase, she probably made it worse for him.
Yeah, you could speculate it made it just slightly worse. The suitcase is now in a different position, facing upwards, and moved over towards the left side of the living room. And we're right at the end here. Oh, we don't want to do that. We want to scroll on down. The video is 22 seconds long. Synopsis of George Torres' autopsy. This is the interesting part because we played the video of the interrogation of the next door neighbor who said the walls were so thin they could basically hear everything.
Right.
And he said he heard what sounded like something very heavy bouncing down the stairs. It said went up from one corner and went down into the living room area. Wonder what that could have been.
Yeah.
So here's what the autopsy found from their wonderful, beautiful day painting,
Oh yeah, totally innocuous,
hide and seek, doing puzzles, building Legos or whatever the shit they were doing.
Yeah, normal stuff.
So the next day, they do the autopsy. Located the medical examiner's office. During the autopsy, it was noted that George had injuries. He had long nail scratches to his mid-upper back, which she said was sex. A large nail scratch.
Oh, come on, Jeff. Come on. You don't believe that was a little rough play? You think that's off the table, buddy?
I do. No, I don't think that at all. I remember I had a friend in college that we were out playing. We were doing something, barbecuing, playing touch football and whatnot. And he took off his shirt and dude just had gouges down his back. And we're like, fuck. Dude, what is that? He said, oh, let me tell you about this girl I met last night.
Yeah.
He said, we were sitting there, and I said, oh, make it hurt, baby. And she made it fucking hurt.
Be careful what you ask for.
She just latched on like a cat and just so, yeah, I believe this could have happened.
Plausible.
I've seen similar marks on friends of mine. I just tell people I don't even like hickeys.
Comment.
If you can't kiss me without leaving a mark, don't do it. Oh, hell. Yeah, so and a large nail scratch to the back of his neck. Contusions to his left shoulder, bruises on his left shoulder, left skull and forehead bruises, considered blunt force trauma, sort of similar to being rolled down a flight of stairs, maybe.
That would make a little sense, yeah.
Yeah. And a cut near his busted lip. A cut near his busted lip. I mean, that kind of is the same thing to me, but cops.
Yeah.
Follow-up interview with Sarah Boone. Okay, we got questions. We got questions now that we've seen the autopsy here. Approximately 3 p.m., Sarah drove herself to the Orange County Sheriff's Office located in blah. Scott Lone and I conducted an audio and video interview with Sarah. The following is a synopsis of Sarah Boone's sworn recorded statement. I read verbatim to Sarah her constitutional Miranda warning. She agreed and understood. After informing Sarah about the injuries to George's body, she continued to deny any physical altercation occurred between the two of them.
Okay.
Yep. Sarah was shown the approximate 2-minute and she did not want to watch this. She was, do I have to watch this? I don't want to watch it. I can't handle it. She tried everything she could do to not watch that during the interrogation. But the cops were like, it was on your fucking phone. You're going to fucking watch it.
Yep.
So she did. Okay. Sarah was shown the approximate 2-minute video that she recorded on her cell phone. Not even halfway through, Sarah no longer wished to watch the video. Sarah said she didn't remember making the 2 videos.
Okay, so now she doesn't remember, right? So all of a sudden, we secretly don't remember anymore.
Yeah.
So
but she wasn't drunk.
Which was it? Yeah, exactly. You're not drunk, but okay, Jeff, have you ever had a point where you're not drunk but you can't remember?
I mean, other than the occasional senior moment, no. But when someone shows you something, oh yeah, I remember making that. Oh, I remember making the video of my husband screaming and struggling to get out of a suitcase.
Because listen, when we all know what we've all had a brownout, right? You're in and out or something like that. But that's drunk. That constitutes drunk. Like if you're browning out or blacking out, that's drunk.
Bill Leslie, cat scratch fever. Great. Bring some Nugent. We need some Ted Nugent in our lives. Sounds like Jeff never joined the Slapaho tribe.
Full blood.
Don't worry. Friday night we'll be talking about Dana White. You'll get my opinions on that. All right. So yeah. She doesn't remember. It said the video looked bad. Quote, bad. Yeah, it looks a little bad.
A little.
She's still denying intentionally leaving George in the suitcase. Sarah was asked why she intentionally went upstairs. That was the thing I like. Well, you intentionally went upstairs, didn't you? And waited for George to come upstairs and did not check on him or let him out prior to going upstairs. Sarah replied, I don't know. Hadn't thought about that. Sarah contradicted her original statement and began to blame the consumption of alcohol.
Ah, okay. So
Mhm.
now it's the alcohol, right?
Yep. Sarah was informed she was not free to leave and was under arrest.
Oh,
Sheriff
really?
Lisa
Shocker there.
responded to Central Operations to transport Sarah Boone to BRC. Based off Sarah's inconsistent statements on what occurred and the videos found in Sarah's iPhone, I believe probable cause exists. Yeah, I believe it exists too.
Jeff, do you think there's probable cause in this case?
Lord, a little bit. At least a prima facie showing here that I believe probable cause exists to charge Sarah Boone with second-degree murder. George Torres Jr. is dead, and his death was caused by Sarah Boone's criminal act. Allegedly, Sarah zipped George in a suitcase where he couldn't get out. George begged Sarah repeatedly, telling her he could not breathe, and Sarah left him in the suitcase, therefore proves the unlawful killing of George by Sarah's actions that were immediately dangerous. And this is the elements of second-degree murder, right?
Yes, yes.
Intentional actions that are imminently dangerous and demonstrated a depraved mind without regard for George's life.
Yes.
There we go. That is that particular document. Yeah,
That's
probable
pretty
cause
damning.
exists.
I mean, you could have way less than that in that probable cause, but there's a lot in that that gives us, I mean, kind of the case right there. There's going to be more evidence at trial, but there's so much just in that affidavit. You're like, damn, this is looking bad. Based on that affidavit alone.
She is, as far as the law is concerned, innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a fair trial by a jury of her peers. But we still have our opinions.
Exactly. and that's what I say too. But with the guilty and the innocent, they all deserve their due process. They all deserve their day in trial. She deserves the best damn defense you can get. And as we watch the trial, I'll try to come up with the best damn defense that she could get. But there's a lot of directions in here to try to defend against. There's a lot of things they've got to come up with a theory on, and she's not helping herself.
Not at all. Rick Nikita says, I think I'm in love.
Oh,
don't do it. The body contest. Hey guys, is Danny on still doing YouTube? She was everywhere on all sorts of streams, and now no new vid since Kohlberg was arrested. She's got some career things going on in the background. She's there. She'll be back. Don't worry. Just, hang tight.
People who work and do YouTube live much different lives than the people that are perma grifters. I mean, Jeff, of course, is a lone wolf who can both work and do this at a crazy amount and not sleep. Apparently, it just doesn't sleep.
Vampirism.
Yes.
And Diamonds and Hen, $1.99 suitcase sticker. Nice. That's sweet. Yeah, don't worry, you Danny on Sims. She's probably lurking as we're doing this. She's probably lurking somewhere, but she's around. She'll be back. Just hang tight. So opinions. Do you think she might possibly have done this?
You're asking me or the chat. Obviously, like I said, obviously we've got probable cause, and I think you've got to rebut that. I think we're at the point where the presumption is on her. At this point, to come up with some way to rebut this, some way to turn this around. The story that she gave is not going to be good enough. Saying hide and seek is not good enough. You'd have to come up with a different story. Say, at the time I gave that statement, I was high on meth. So that statement was BS. And what really happened was he was there with his lover and she did it. And, I wasn't even there. You have to come up with some other story because that one's not doing it for me.
Nork's on a plane. I chose the wrong day to give up Samsonite. I like to play devil's advocate and say, okay, well, if I was her defense lawyer,
come up with the best defense. What do you got? What do you got?
I got nothing, man. I got fuck all. Nothing.
Okay, I'm going to ask you something because I think they called in a psychologist on this one. And Florida is a McNaughton state. Are you familiar with the McNaughton standard?
I probably was a million years ago.
Okay. That's for insanity, please. You have to say that you had a mental illness, a condition, which made you unaware that
what you were doing
when you had
was
it,
wrong.
that what you were doing is wrong,
Yeah.
or you didn't know you were doing it at all, right? So
Yeah.
you're at that point where you literally did not know that. I don't think she has that.
No, because if you watch her videos, if you watch the interrogation, she said through the whole thing, "I'm the smartest one here. She's literally says, quote, I excel at everything I do.
Yes.
I can manage 50 crises and still be thinking of the next 50 that are coming. This guy, he was kind of stupid." She literally said that during her interrogation.
And it's sad because she's throwing this guy under the bus who's now deceased, right? This guy can't defend himself against this, and he's got her saying these vile things about him. And by the way, even if a lot of people say, oh, he looks like he was on meth or he looks like he was on drugs, doesn't matter. Someone can be on drugs all they want. You cannot kill them.
Kill him.
You cannot kill him. It does not matter. It is not.
You don't get to kill everybody that's on drugs. There'd be nobody left.
We know nothing about that in Korea.
Oh yeah, that'd be like Koreans would be the only ones left on Earth.
Yes.
I mean, damn, there's not a lot you can say, really. I mean, I haven't come up with anything with you.
I have not.
It was his sexual fantasy to get in there, and for me to tell him no. But still, she admits to zipping him in there, even if that was his kink. She can't just leave him there to die, especially when he's begging to get out.
That's similar to the cannibalism case. We learned. I think you probably learned that in criminal law, right?
Yeah.
The cannibal couple. I think it was a gay couple, and the guy consented to being eaten. He said, "Hey, you can eat me. I consent." He put it in writing. Everything. There's lots of proof. You can't consent to that. There's certain things you can't consent to, and getting yourself killed is one of them.
Yeah. That case was after my day in law school. We just had the mutual combat thing. You can't agree to commit a crime together.
Yes. No, but that holds up. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same baseline.
Yeah, it's the same principle. It's just cooler when it involves cannibalism. We've got Strawberry building a nest back there on the chair. That's great. People are entertained by the dog. Climbs up there and builds a little nest and goes to sleep.
Yep. Know what time it is. Know what time it is.
And they get mad when I block her with a hat. There you go. Settle down. Here. Good dog. Now just chill. All right. Now that's out of the way. She's got nothing as far as I can see. She knew what was going on. She's the smart one in the family. She wasn't drunk. I can't even imagine an argument that would have any reasonable grounds for success.
I can't come up with one. I mean, I try to come up with them, and I literally can't think of it when I try to think of this case. I mean, I think the only thing she can do is hope for like maybe a procedural error or something. I mean, or just go full reasonable. I mean, full reasonable doubt defense, I guess.
The Shaggy defense wasn't me.
But she said she zipped him in there.
That's true. She doesn't even have the Shaggy defense.
She can't even pull the Shaggy defense because she said it was her.
Did she get the Chewbacca defense? It doesn't make any sense. A 6-foot giant Wookiee lives on Endor with a bunch of little. It makes no sense.
No, I don't even think she's got that. Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, and maybe this is, Flux again, thank you so much again for yet another super chat, Flux. She keeps firing her lawyers. She has her own defense. It wasn't, she kept saying that, it's not intentional. I didn't mean to go upstairs. I didn't mean for him to die. I didn't mean for this to happen.
But it happened though. So.
Yeah, but that's like literally one of the elements of second-degree murder. You just didn't give a shit. It's not that you intended for them to die. You didn't care.
And by the way,
didn't care if he was there or not.
Orlando has had a lot of fuck ups with the Casey Anthony trial, particularly where they charged her wrong, right? I think that by trying to go for intent, it really confused the jury in the Casey Anthony trial. And I think they are doing the right thing here by going for second degree, by going for not unintentional. I think if they tried to go for intentional, because they could say, "Oh, look, it looks really bad. The video looks really bad. Look, there's intent here." I think they could blow this. This is a slam dunk at unintentional. It would be very difficult to get an intentional. on this.
And that's what I was saying when we were watching and saying her saying it wasn't intentional was probably accidentally the smartest thing she said, because that I know they don't have old Sparky there in Florida anymore, but
well, we still can eat people, you know.
Yeah, he got her out of the needle.
Yes.
By saying she just repeatedly accidentally kept saying it wasn't intentional, I didn't intend it, blah blah blah. That's probably why it's okay, we can't pull the intent out of this, so let's just get her with it. Doesn't matter what the intent was, you just didn't give a shit. You left him there and walked upstairs and forgot about it
and left him to die, right? I mean, and that's
classic
that's
second degree murder.
Yeah,
that's just classic. Rick has always been a hopeless romantic.
Oh God.
And Lisa, and why do you think she keeps firing her lawyers, or are they exiting her? They're both.
Well, both. It is both. I mean, when they
think?
say the relationship has become adversarial, they really mean they cannot effectively defend her. She is making it so difficult on them, they cannot effectively defend her anymore. That's, by the way, that's pretty bad for lawyers to get there. It's pretty extreme. They usually try not to get there. And she is scraping the bottom of the barrel at this point. But I think she's asking them to straight up lie and to break, candor of court, candor to the judge, candor to the opposing counsel. I think she's asking them to do something that they can't do. They can't do in good faith. And I think that's what's going on here.
What do you think the issues were? I mean, the only thing I can think of is it's so clear she's guilty. She said, maybe she said, I did it, but I want you to say this.
Yes, that's what I think. I think it is, Jeff. She's saying these are the facts, but I want you to lie.
I mean, that's really, if you're a sovereign citizen, if you're going the full sov sit route, you can say, oh, I don't want my lawyer because I want to represent myself.
Right.
But where she wants a lawyer, but they don't want her, and then she fires them because they don't they won't do what she wants. They don't listen to her.
Yes.
Which means she's telling them to do something maybe that legally or morally or ethically they're not able to do. And this last guy wants out. This is a good segue. This last guy wants out right before again, I think part of this might be a stalling tactic on her part.
Mm-hmm.
Where she's like, okay, I'm going in, I know I'm screwed, so let me fire my lawyer, and that'll get me another delay. But now I think she genuinely wants to wrap this up. Maybe she's lost her mind completely. This is a really weird letter that she wrote to her last lawyer. The way I understand it, her last lawyer, he wants out. Yes. He wants out, not her. She doesn't want him out. He's like, I'm done.
He's done, yes.
She wrote this letter, which is weirdly reasonable. And of course, she's in jail, so she has to write in her own handwriting. Where'd it go? Bring it on up. There we go. Boop. Oh, that's my schedule. Well, if I closed it, we're not going to read it. Where'd it go? I can't find this goddamn thing. I can't have closed it. Phone link. I hate doing this shit. PDF. Oh, there we go. It's in PDF format.
Oof.
All righty. Share the screen window. Boom. She's got lovely handwriting. This is to her lawyer, Mr. Bankowitz. All right, what have we done here?
This is by the way, this is her latest lawyer. So this is her
sixth lawyer.
Yes.
Her sixth lawyer.
Just to be clear.
6.
Yes.
I'm writing in regards to not hearing from you. And this was October 3rd of 2022. I'm writing in regards to not hearing from you and am becoming very concerned after receiving no response to any of my daily calls or from the letters I've sent. As of today, October 3rd, you have been my court-appointed lawyer for almost 3 months, 12 weeks, 84 days, and have only spoken to me 3 times. Once for 15 minutes video, 15-minute video, 90-minute in person. I've written 2 letters in the meantime also. My most recent I sent on September 12th, 2022, with no response. So far, reasonable. Hey, I'm facing life imprisonment. I'd really like to talk to my lawyer, and you've only met with me 3 times in the last month.
Now, let's caveat that though, Jeff. We don't know whether any of this is actually factual or not. So
true. I mean, we don't. But I'm guessing it's the key word here was the daily calls.
Yes.
I'm no response to any of my daily calls. I'm thinking, now what have I done? God damn it! I'm thinking it's just like, oh, bitch is calling every 5 minutes. I can't do my
Yes.
other work
Yes.
because he's got
And-
other cases.
Right.
I'm unaware. I am unaware of the difficulties you are having in communicating with me, video, phone, letter, in person, especially via phone, which to me is the simplest form of doing so, even if just for a brief update, which takes only minutes. Now, he does have a duty as her lawyer to keep her updated on developments.
Here's what I think, though, Jeff. I
Yeah.
think this is kind of bullshit. I think that she's saying that because she knows. I think she knows the standard for dismissing a lawyer, and because this is her once again. This is her sixth lawyer, so she's dismissed a lawyer before. She knows the standard. She thinks she's smart, right? So she's repeatedly trying to pull this ineffective assistance of counsel grift. Because, by the way, that is a thing. That is a defense to get out of crimes, is ineffective assistance of counsel. So she can say, hey, I've papered this, that I'm getting ineffective assistance of counsel. This is a procedural win for her. Imagine if she's convicted, but then she gets off for ineffective assistance of counsel.
So you're thinking this is her asking for her lawyer to be released without asking for her lawyer to be released.
Hail Mary. Yes, I think this is a Hail Mary, but I think it's a potential procedural win in the long run.
Okay, I hadn't thought about this as potentially an extra
I'm trying to come up with a defense, right? It's not a defense of the crime, but once again, people get off for procedure all the time. They get off because there's one step that was not done correctly. And by the way, as a matter of course, many criminal defendants file an ineffective assistance of counsel claim against their public defender, their defense attorney. It's something routine. And the funny thing is, the prosecutors, the state prosecutors, have to come through and back them up and say, no, these lawyers are great. They're fantastic lawyers. They're the best defense lawyers ever, because that's how that works.
Yeah, but that's a good point. That is a standard operating procedure. You're found guilty of anything, you immediately appeal on the basis of ineffective assistance of counsel, whether it is or not. That's standard.
You just do it.
Well, okay. So I hadn't really thought about this. Maybe this is just her being extra clever and lying about this and saying this is her way of saying I want a new lawyer without actually asking for one. Interesting. Okay. Huh. All right. I believed by you giving me your personal cell number.
Mistake, big mistake, huge mistake. Never do.
In Korea, it is standard. Everybody on their business cards has their own personal phone number and thing. I do not do that. And even if I'm in my office, I never answer my cell phone. Nobody gets my cell phone. I don't want people to know my cell phone number. You want to get a hold of me, you know where I work. That's it. That's all you need to know. Don't call. So lawyer giving personal cell phone number is not a good idea. How many people have you given your personal cell phone number to in the course of your law business?
My law practice, almost zero. They got my office phone. The only people who got my personal phone were the partners at the law firm, and there were two clients that I had for a very, very long time, and I knew they would never do that. They would never blow up my phone. They never call me at an appropriate time. They're very long-term clients that I'd vetted for an extremely long time, and I would even consider them in a way, friends. Of course, you can only be friends so much with clients, but they were ones who I really had experience with. I would never. And by the way, my clients, those clients were real estate developers. They were, huge real estate developers, huge corporate clients. These were not crazy women in lockup who allegedly murdered their boyfriend, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those are the people that get my cell phone number is a long-term, high-value client that is an emergency situation.
Long-term, high-value keywords.
Yeah, and if it's Friday and there's some shit going down, and how do I get a hold of you on the weekend if I need to, then I'll reluctantly give it to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just don't give this out to everybody. All righty. Let's see here. Okay. I would at least know all is well and have a better understanding of the status of some things, what to plan on or what I may need to work on. With no communication makes my end more difficult, drawn out, and painful. Please figure out whatever necessary for my phone calls to be answered, which you will be reimbursed for when you submit your costs. I don't think he's worried about the costs. No. Would you? It feels at this rate of communication and meetings, and you just coming on board, not having all of my discovery to go over, still on top of everything else to be done, and depth. How much longer am I really going to be here? This is where it kind of gets a little bit weird. This sense made no fucking sense at all. Am I really going to be here? Added to the 32 months already. So how much longer am I? She maybe really thinks she has a chance of leaving here. I've been here 32 months. How much longer do I have to stay?
That's the funny part.
And this goes back to this narcissistic, I excel at everything I do. I'm right. I know how to do everything. I know how to handle everything. And I know I didn't intend to do this, so therefore I get to walk.
Yeah.
Especially if we communicate. However, you eventually do only one time a month, if that. As for all of the, how much do you really need to talk to her? Seriously.
There's not that many case updates. Guys, like this is something that is at this point, you've gotten most of the evidence. You're getting close to trial. There's not massive case updates at this point. It's minor updates.
Well, and people in jail are bored,
which I can understand. It's kind of boring, right? But
yeah,
that doesn't justify you, harassing your attorney for updates every single day when there are none. Especially, particularly if he tells you, "Hey, look, I'm gonna let you know when there's an update," and you can't take that for an answer. That's a problem.
Oh God, I fucking hate that.
Yeah,
we have one guy now that's in a pretty big case, and we are closely monitoring the situation. I typed this in every goddamn letter. I'm closely monitoring the situation, and I will advise you as soon as there are any developments in this matter whatsoever.
Well, Jeff, maybe it's because you're typing the same thing. You got to customize it for him every single time. Customize it for him, Jeff. Give him that little bit bit of extra boost on love, baby.
Not paying me enough. But it's every 4 days. Has there been any development? Did I call you and tell you there were any developments? Did I email you and tell you about any developments? No. There are no developments. I will call you as soon as there are developments. 4 days later, are there any developments? No. It goes on. I hate that. It is annoying, but hey, that's client care, and you've got to do it because
you got to do it, Jeff.
Yeah, they pay the bills. I understand you have other clients. Well, at least she does that. Most clients think you are their only client, and everything you have is the most important thing in your life.
I.e., that you're their bitch. Let's be very clear.
And any clients that may ever watch this, you are the main important client.
You're gassing them. You're gassing them up already, Jeff. I love it. I love it.
It's just that everybody thinks their case is the most important case because it is to them in their life. It is the most important, whether it's civil, criminal, whatever. It is the most important case in their life
to them. Yes.
But lawyer guy's got a shit ton of things going on, and you are a number. You're just one case in however many they have.
Yes.
And he has to treat everyone as if they're the most important client. So it's rough. But all right, I understand you have other clients, and I'm also one, and you've been recuperating from your back. So I guess you had a back injury. I don't know. But please remember how long I've been here. You're my 6th attorney, not by choice. Not by her choice. Allegedly.
Hold on. Okay. Did she have nothing to do with that? So she's disowning her own responsibility for dismissing her attorneys now? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's taking no ownership. She's taking zero ownership of that. Got it.
Zero. Not by her choice. And the magnitude of my case with not knowing what's going on or where you are, how much harder it is for me. I want to get on with my life, Mr. Bankowitz, and not miss any more time unnecessarily from my son. I've already missed 4 of his birthdays and spent 3 of my own here. Please understand. All right.
Please understand, Jeff. Understand. Yeah. Come on.
Yep. No, 2, I am patient. Clearly, after all the time already invested, and still smiling and willing to go above and beyond whatever I need to do to properly and truthfully convey my very convoluted, misunderstood side of everything. So even if she did say, look, I did this, but I want you to lie. I think you've got the lawyers that have the clear evidence in front of them. And she is saying shit that totally contradicts the objective physical evidence, and they don't want to have anything to do with it. That's another possibility.
Yeah, I mean, they could say, she could be like, yeah, I never made those statements to police.
Yeah.
Well, we heard the recording, but we saw the interview. Well, I didn't do that. That didn't happen. I didn't want to do that.
Yep.
I mean,
misunderstood side of everything. She's very convoluted and misunderstood.
But Jeff, I will say once again, going back to this, I mean, she's if you look at some of the language, I do think it's setting it up for saying, hey, you're not even giving me a bare minimum, right? And I need this in order to conduct an effective defense. I think she thinks she's smart. I think she thinks she's putting it out there. I really do think she's, jailhouse lawyering this, which is the most annoying thing ever. But I think that she believes she's smart. I mean, that's the worst people are people that believe they're smart, but they're not.
Right. And hey, we got Uncivil Law Kurt in the chat. Nice to see the aging contingent of LawTube streaming. We are keeping it.
I think I'll say, oh, Kurt, what's going on, man?
Or hello, as they say.
Hello, Kurt.
I believe Max Muro may be here because Meme is here. I've seen Meme dropped in.
Okay, yes, I do. I need to do I actually need to look when my Max Mira stream is scheduled for. I am doing a Max Mira stream this week.
Oh, cool. Good luck.
Yes, I'm saving my energy for that one.
Let's burn through the last couple sentences of this. Oh, we have to backtrack. We need to do to properly and truthfully convey my very convoluted, misunderstood side of everything. She's just misunderstood, which I boldly told you in our meeting last month. I'm a dedicated, ready to start, overdue. I'm so very grateful, Mr. Berkovitz, for everything you're doing, have done, and will do. We're in this together, and I'm so blessed you were my attorney. God has put us in each other's paths for a reason, and I can't wait to see what you and he will do. I'm praying the 6th time's the charm. The 6th time. I await your response. That's the end of her letter. This is here. If you want to send her a love gram, here it is. Rick Nikita. There's her address. You can send her a love gram. So she allegedly doesn't want a new lawyer, but he wants off. So apparently they went before the judge. He made his case, and the judge said, "No, you're sticking with it."
Well, I think the thing was they said that she never asked for him to be replaced.
Yeah.
So I think that's why that motion was denied. I think Frank Benkowitz wanted to get out of the shit, but they did not let him go. They did not let him go on this one.
And they'll do that. I mean, often, even this has been going on for 3 years. They're 2 weeks from trial.
2 weeks from trial. Jeff, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They're like, let's get this bad boy home. Like they're like, let's do this. But Jeff, this is why I think this case could be way crazier than Daryl Brooks. We could see a breakdown in the courtroom between her and her attorney. We could see
exactly
live.
And he's got this thing where even if he doesn't want to, he is now obligated to exert his best efforts to represent her in court. And he's got to figure out a way to do that. Otherwise, he can get in trouble if he doesn't exert his best efforts.
Yeah, huge problem on his end. Would not want to be him right now. I'm going to be honest.
Rebecca says, are you going to cover the pre-trial at 9? Is there a pre-trial? Is there a pre-trial going on for this right now?
I don't think there is, but if there is, I mean, that's
could be.
Yeah.
Well, we'll check, and I guess we can do it later. I guess at some point.
Yeah.
I did not know there was one here. Cool.
I mean, there's not. Also, some pretrial motions are not going to be, obviously covered and streamed, right? So, it could be on the docket or be scheduled, but it's something that won't actually be streamed.
And Derna says, never write in print letters. It always looks like a murdergram.
That's a good pro tip. That's actually a good pro tip.
And Chuck, what about the Daryl Brooks defense? I watched almost every second of the Daryl Brooks defense, and I have no fucking clue what the Daryl Brooks defense was, actually.
Grounds. The Daryl Brooks defense was grounds.
Kurt, she can zip me in a suitcase anytime. Kurt, you're not that desperate yet. Don't do it.
Kurt,
stay out of the suitcase.
AutoZone, man, the bookstore in AutoZone. It's great. It's great. I have it on good word that you can it'll definitely work for you, my brother.
At least get in like a snap-on tool case because you can slide the drawers out.
You know what? I came with a new one. Forget AutoZone. Kurt, Samsonite store. Samsonite store is where you find them. Samsonite.
No, because they have those lock things. You could never get out of a Samsonite luggage. I tried O'Reilly's the other day.
I like their jingle though. It's very catchy. You know, O'Reilly's.
Whole Foods might be a deal too, because you get like granola chicks that are down to F.
Yeah, they're just down to granola and chill. You know.
Yeah. MG Law Legal Advice. I think there might be a PTC today, pre-trial conference today. I saw some YouTube channel was covering it live, but I don't know who it was. Oh, see, that's the thing. Like these upcoming trials that are coming, other people are going to be following these things. You know, whether
lots of grift going on. This is going to be we're going to be full of grift. You know, and
this is where the fun happens, right here.
Yes,
this is where you want to be. Forget whoever else is doing these trials over the next few weeks. This is where the fun happens. We get the serious issues. We do the things, but we also have fun doing it. We're irreverent yet sensitive.
It's just right. It's Baby Bear, guys. This is the Baby Bear of legal.
It's time for the midstream grift. If any of you don't know who Legal Mindset is, you're a complete idiot, and you need to get over immediately and subscribe to his stuff because hey, he is the reason I'm here. We got drunk one too many times, and I agreed to do this YouTube shit. So it's his fault I'm here. If you like me, he's the Sifu, he's the senpai, he's the Sunbae, he's the guy that got me here through his drunken Witcher magic that he pulled on me one day.
And I will say, guys, please check Legal Vice's channel, because even though you're watching it, you may actually have been unsubscribed. You may have been knocked off. I know people are getting randomly unsubscribed, so my long-term followers are getting unsubscribed. So make sure you're still subscribed. You ding the bell, and not just for me and for Jeff, all your favorite creators out there. Make sure you check your subscriptions. I know it's annoying, but YouTube is being really weird. Maybe do it once a week. Yeah. Maybe just check your subscriptions. Make sure you're getting everybody who you're subscribed to. Even if you think you're subscribed, you may not be. So yeah, and obviously we'll be streaming Jeff and I next week. So you're going to get a little bit of fire and ice for the Murdoch trial, for the Suitcase trial, and every other trial that may come up in between. Who knows? We may imagine, Jeff, if we get Courtney Clenny like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then what's her guts? Shabusiness starts March 6th. The judge is going ahead. He's like, we fucked around long enough. We're going ahead.
Dude, it's going to be crazy. If that's a schedule, it is going to be crazy.
Yep. Peter's covering the pretrial hearing. Okay, well,
awesome.
He and his half a bajillion followers can follow the pretrial. I'll just do something later. Oh God. Flux. Kurt, go to a military base. There are female soldiers desperate for a man to feed. Well, they're all lesbians like you, aren't they, Flux? I don't know. I know all the women Marines that I've ever seen were, but you were Army, so I guess there's kind of a good mix. Like, you can give it a crack, whatever. That's a weird thing. I've always been like attracted to lesbians. Like Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster was a crush. Yeah,
but that's the thing. It's the like the same thing of like the gay guys who want to convert the straight dude. You know, it's like you want to flip them back. You want to be so good you make them switch teams.
No, I like the tomboys, the ones that you could just
get. I know you do.
You're rough and tumble. You can go out. You can go to baseball games with. You can rough and tumble. But when it's time to put on the evening dress, you put on the evening dress. But how did we get on that topic? Let's move right along.
It's what happens every single time, Jeff. Every single time.
Yeah, I know. So the midstream grift continues. Make sure you go to the Legal Mindset. Like I said, if you don't know who he is and you haven't subscribed to him, it'll just shame on you because he's the reason I'm here. Get over there and do that. And for me, hey, I'm here right now. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and as Andrew said, like Joe Legal Mind, good logic. He said he's lost up to 300 subscribers in one day.
I lost. I mean, probably over the last month of the strike. I've gained, but also lost probably maybe over 1,500 subscribers. I've gained more, but it's we're fighting uphill against the unsubscriptions, against the penalization for strikes, against the penalization for talking about certain topics. So it really helps everybody to make sure you're still subscribed.
Wait, that wasn't the one. You text. That's not what. That's literally not the one I was clicking on. It's kind of funny. I don't know where.
I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
James, do you like shooting Ronald Reagan? I don't know what that means, but no, I don't even know what that means. I don't like shooting Ronald Reagan. That was horrific. I remember when Ronald Reagan was shot when I was in 6th grade. They wheeled the TVs into every classroom and turned the news on when I was in 6th grade. But anywho, Nandor's Man Bun member for 2 months says, bag is packed. I hit the sack. Not my fault. In the airs you lack. Sarah Boone, Back in Black cover. Back in Black. Don't curse AC/DC like that. Okay, we got Flux's thing out of the way. That's cool. All right. There we go. That brings us up. So we got our poll. We have our like and subscribe poll. So if you haven't hit the like button, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, do it right now and hit the answer you prefer on our like and subscribe poll. Current standings are at 14%. I pounded the like and subscribe button like a baggage handler with a suitcase. Coming in 3rd place, I pounded the like and subscribe button like someone jamming a boyfriend into a suitcase. Coming in at 2nd place, I pounded the like and subscribe button like an OnlyFans model on a really good day. And number 1, I pounded the like and subscribe button like a suitcase bouncing down the stairs. There you go. Hit the like and subscribe button and take part. Currently, we've got 1,419 concurrent viewers and 915 likes. That's a fucking awesome ratio. Keep it up. Keep going. Let's see. Oh, we have some incoming Korean chat here. Let me scroll on down. Rick Nikita says, "언제나 잡을 수 없는 놈들." You can never catch the bad guys. I think that's what you're trying to say there. I'm trying to like process it through a Google translator. So you can never catch the bad guys. It's like a really bad translation from English into Korean, but 언제나 is anytime. Yeah. Chaba is like to grab something.
Grab.
Su 없는, like you can't, and nom there's like bad guys, so you can never catch the bad guys, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Anywho, there we go. 언제나 잡을 수 없는 놈들. Never catch the bad guys. All right, right there we go. We got the midstream grift out of the way. We got the super chats out of the way. We're good to go. Any more super chats you want to throw at me? Go right ahead. Deeply appreciate it. Now we're into we're into phase 2. This is like the phase 2 of the program. We're into the audio portion of our day, which is to go through the 911 call and a few of the other additional investigations by the police that we haven't touched on yet. And knowing what we know at this point, where allegedly she locked her boyfriend in a suitcase, possibly threw him down the stairs, called 911, and performed CPR on a known corpse. Here's the 911 call. It's all audio, so we'll stop it as necessary. Let's embiggen us. Oh, that doesn't work, does it? I guess this is as good as we can do with it. With a twofer.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I wanted to make this small, but I guess YouTube, I guess StreamYard doesn't allow us to do that.
It's
all right.
Going to allow us, yeah.
So we get to watch Riptide Crime. By the way, he's been on. He's lurked in the channel before. He's left some comments. He's a great guy. And in this point in time where YouTube is being really trippy about copyright content and where creators are being anal about it, Riptide True Crime, great guy. He's left comments thanking me for following this trial when I'm thanking him for providing these videos. So go to Riptide True Crime, subscribe to him, like all of his videos. He's got some really cool stuff there. I think you'll like it. So thanks, Riptide. You're welcome on my stream anytime, just by virtue of you being an awesome guy. So that's why we let him do his intro here. The Sarah Boone 911 call.
What is the location of your emergency? 4748 France Court, apartment 3.
4748. What's the street name?
France,
And the apartment number?
3.
See, now this guy, I haven't figured out if he really has like the darkest, brownest eyes you've ever seen.
A lot of people are saying it's the spice, you know, the spice.
Or that is just like a pupil.
Yeah. That's it. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like I see shout out the Dragon's Treasure in the chat. I shout out the Meme Copium. See you guys. But like this guy here's the thing. He can look as bad as he wants. He can look as horrible. He does not deserve to be dead, right?
Yeah.
It does not matter what he looks like, right? His looks are irrelevant here to this case.
Speaking of possession, Dragon's Treasure, are you still in possession of the $180 worth of tea I ordered from you, or have you sent it my direction yet? Figure that out. Worry about his
shots fired.
Worry about my possession before you worry about his possession. And Nicholas Starr, welcome. Union rep law, labor law, just started a YouTube channel. Great guy. Go check out Nicholas Starov's channel as well. I bought a tiny tractor. License plate begins with FCK. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, congratulations. You got a fucking tractor, dude. Awesome. Yeah, go to Nicholas Starov's YouTube channel. Some really fun, cool stuff there. You might like that as well.
Is this a police or medical? My boyfriend is dead.
Yeah, who does that? What's your emergency? My boyfriend
is dead. Just straight up.
I mean, not even, I have to be careful here. Not even, my boyfriend's dead. Oh God. Oh God. It's like, yeah, my boyfriend's dead.
And there's a call coming in 3, 2, 1.
Xcomer, we'll get your super chat here in a bit.
Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not.
Yeah, notice that silence, like my boyfriend's dead. She's like,
well,
and this is weird. Like my boyfriend's dead. All right, hang on for the fire department. It's like he's a police or medical. My boyfriend's dead. Here's the final. Here's the fire department. Oh, cool. Dragon's Treasure is being sent out tomorrow. I just have the really bad supply chain delay. I know he was missing some 50-gram baggies. So yeah, good.
50-gram baggies. That just sounds wrong. It sounds wrong. But I got you, Dragon's Treasure.
And you will want to go to the Dragon's Treasure. Go to thedragonstreasure.com to get some of the most amazing loose leaf or tea bagged teas. If you want a loose, he's loose. If you want him to teabag you, he'll teabag you with 20, 50, and 100-gram tea bags. Get teabagged by the Dragon's Treasure. Get loose with him, whatever you want. The teas are amazing, amazing custom teas. He offers up to 60 teas every month. I mean, everywhere from just standard, Irish breakfast tea to black teas to apple spice, wintry teas to candy cane tea. Some amazing stuff. You won't regret it. Like I said, I just ordered like $180 worth of tea from it because it's so damn good.
You're in.
It's so good. Got to get through. I drink coffee in the summer and tea in the winter. I'm just weird.
That's very Korean of you.
Yeah. Well, let's get back to Satan here and his her boyfriend. So you thought I was going to call it. Go ahead. Anyways.
Hang up.
Let's go back. Listen to
I have
this.
the apartment number. 3. Is this a police or medical? My boyfriend is dead. Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
My boyfriend's dead. Whatevs. Shit happens.
Fire rescue. So location emergency.
That's 32.
No, please don't leave.
4748 France Lane, apartment 3.
So I guess the please don't leave was the I think please don't leave is her ex, I believe, right? Because the ex is like, yo, I'm getting the fuck out. You're on the phone with him. I'm out. And he's like, please don't leave. It's like, no, I'm out.
Holy shit! There is a body in your living room. I'll just be out in the parking lot. We'll see you later.
Yep.
Copas. No. I've got a hot little Mexican dish that went bad. No, you can't say that on my stream, but you just did. So shame on you. No.
France Court.
Yes.
Okay, just near Mackenzie Drive.
I don't know where that is.
Okay, fine. Okay.
It's Hillwood Park Apartments.
Okay, 4748 France, correct?
Correct.
All right, correct. Now tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in his case and we were playing.
Oh,
And
man.
like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep, and I woke up, and he was dead in the suitcase. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
She knows what happened.
Yeah, this is really bad. Like, at this point, okay, like defense attorney mode.
Yeah.
All she has to say is, my boyfriend is not breathing, is non-responsive. Can you please come? Like that. That's all she would have to say.
Yep.
Like defense attorney mode. If there's anything else, any other version of that, she did not have to go with the hide and seek story right away. There's no reason to do that.
Yeah. Put the suitcase away. Just call and say, dude was dead on the living room floor.
Yeah.
We drank a fuck ton of booze last night, and we don't know what happened. I went to sleep.
And I don't know what happened. Yeah, I have no clue what happened. I have no memory of what happened. I'm passed the fuck out. I mean,
well, that's not available to her anymore.
Nope. She's got multiple statements saying the exact same thing. That's why I say this is so hard for the defense, because she has multiple statements confirming this stupidity.
Yep. And throw on to the super chat, the popcorn super chat, the super sticker. Thank you so much. What? XCOM, you're
they're hitting that good. Do they always hit the Google Translate hard for you, Jeff?
원숭이 엉덩이는 빨개 바르면 if you lick a monkey's ass until it's red, 사과는 맛있으면 banana. Where the hell did you find this? Is this a song? Is this some sort of tongue twister? What is this? Wow. That would be so hard to break all of this down for people.
It seems unnecessary.
If you're gonna lick a monkey's ass till it's red, apologize. But see, sagwa. Okay, it's a pun. Sagwa means apologize, but it also means apple. So if you lick a monkey's ass, apologize. If you lick it till it's red, apologize. But then apple, the same word. Sagwa na mashi mean banana. If apples are delicious, so if it's delicious, then it's banana. Banana nan kirimian kicha. But bananas are long. If they're long, it's a train. If it's a train, it's fast. If it's fast, then it's a plane. If it's a plane, it's high. If it's high, then it's Baekdusan Mountain. Fuck is that? I don't even know what the hell that was, but okay.
A fever dream is what that is, Jeff.
Thank you for derailing the stream. It was worth it, I guess, but thank you very much for that super chat. I don't know what it was, but thanks. All right, let's get back to this.
Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Wow, that was wild.
Okay, what's your apartment number?
3.
Apartment 3?
Yes, like he has like blood coming out of his mouth, and I don't know if like he had like an aneurysm or what happened.
Right, okay, all right, okay. Listen, we're getting help out there too. All right, okay. Okay,
Right now?
Okay, man, listen, we're on our way out there. You're at 407-716-8684. Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase. I tried giving him CPR.
Okay, so he was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
Okay, now this is Florida. So guys from the island, like, oh, he's in the suitcase, man. Okay. I was just saying, this is like me when I call the I had a computer, Zeos International computer. Yeah. One of my first desktops, like you had to call the helpline. You get the international part of Zeos International. It's like, oh, hello, my name is Steve. I am from Nebraska. I would like to help you with your problem. Your name is not
Steve is just here to help. How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Your name is not Steve. You don't live in Nebraska, but okay, he's got the island guy here. He's Island Boy. So what were you gonna say? I'm sorry for rudely interrupting with Island guy.
I've lost it now when you think of Island Boys, because I just saw the picture in my head of the Island Boys making out with each other. I've seen that video. It's in my head.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw it. I was actually, somebody played that video for me of the Island Boys making out with each other. Yeah.
I have not seen that video, but still the image is in my head now. Thank you very much for that.
It's weird.
Oh, no. Don't make me. Why are you making me gonna have to search for that after this thing gets over? God damn it!
No, it's not. It's probably not available. It was on somebody's cell phone in Miami.
Oh, okay. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Joseph DiMartino became a YouTube member. Joseph DiMartino, you became the newest member here of our clean and sober crew. Despite what you're watching, despite this, so bless you for choosing voluntarily to join the membership, despite everything that's going on. Memberships are available. Thank you so much. Deeply appreciated, Joseph DiMartino, the newest member of the clean and sober crew. Thank you so very, very much. Deeply appreciated.
Cheers.
Okay, how old is the boyfriend, ma'am?
How old was the boyfriend?
All right. Okay, we're sending help out there. Sheriff's officer anywhere out there?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Listen to me. Okay. I just need to confirm this. All right. I understand. I just need to confirm this. Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No, he's purple.
Yeah. Remember when I said he was dead? He's purple dude.
Blood out of the mouth. Yeah, that's
purple blood out of the mouth. Yeah, Nicola Maxwell, Island Boys are brothers. Mindset you've been had. No. I think that's the point. That's why it's gross.
Nicola, it was disturbing because of that. Now, there was like a girl on the side, but it was mostly them making out. It was actually disturbing. That's why it was so disturbing to me.
Rule of life. Threesome is never MMF. Never. Never, never, never. Never.
The devil's triangle is not a thing. Do not enter it.
Especially brother, female is literally fucking never.
That's some anime shit. Like at that point, that's some weird anime shit.
Let's get on this 911 call.
Right, is he breathing?
No.
No.
All right. I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me, okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
All right.
I tried giving him CPR.
Yeah, okay.
But nothing happened. He's purple.
Okay, listen to me. There's a defibrillator available. I need you to get it for me, okay?
What is it?
You have an AED available?
No.
All right. Do you write by him?
Who has a defibrillator laying around their apartment?
That's kind of a ridiculous question, by the way. Like, hey, you got a defibrillator just lying around, just casual defibrillator.
Seriously, we've got
like. Hold on,
I
pop it up in the back,
Yeah.
Come on.
Will the taser work? I don't know. Oh my god! Who just has like a defibrillator? Oh yeah, we got one right here. Hang on. Whatever.
No.
I'm sorry.
Are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay. Lay him flat.
Shame on you,
okay, ma'am. Listen. So listen. Is he cold and stiff?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not necessarily cold, but he's stiff.
That's what she said.
Oh,
yeah.
Jeff, you degenerate.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right. Okay. All right. Listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Removing the pillows. Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right. Okay.
He's stiff and purple.
Right. Okay. Listen. Okay, man. That's fine. We're still going to do compressions on him. Okay. All right. Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone, right in the center of the chest, right between the nipples.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Baby, I'm telling you. Just by looking at him, you can tell.
Okay.
Please. Okay, he just gurgled.
He just Do you think she was like freaked out that he was gurgling, or do you think she was freaked out like, holy fuck, he's not dead yet?
Yeah, if that was the case, but I think if she was doing a compression.
Yeah, you're doing she's just gurgling.
Yeah, that's different. That's.
But do you think she freaked out because she thought, holy crap, I thought he was dead, now he's still alive?
Well, that would be more effed up if that was the case.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she thought he was dead, and then he gurgles, and then she's like, "Holy crap, he's still alive, and I'm going to be screwed."
Like I didn't finish the job here.
Yeah. Well, see, that was. I'll tell you, watching that 2-minute video was one of the creepiest things that I've ever personally witnessed because of one third of a second, right towards the end when he's doing this. Please help me, Sarah, let me. And she's like, this is what they went through all that deal. And then at one point he's yelling and she just says, shh. That was creepy as
when she
fuck.
said, when he said, when she said, shh.
Yeah, he was yelling, let me out, I can't breathe. And she's like, well, fuck you, and you should be quiet. And then she just says, shh.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That's the go to sleep, like
exactly. That's exactly what's
yeah.
like, just go away
now.
Yep. Just go to the light. That was, I mean, that was
you're not lying about that. Yeah, and it is disturbing because, I mean, once again, imagine being in that position. I mean, imagine putting yourself in that position and what he had to go through, and imagine the abuse he was taking on a regular basis. Like, this is not the first abuse he was likely taken, but this was the end.
Oh no! Sarah's trial is postponed until April 10th from pretrial conference just now.
Really?
Boo!
Definite boo if that's true. Definite boo.
The only way that could happen would be if she got a new lawyer, because they're ready to go.
Yes, that would definitely be a thing. So we'll see XRS if that is actually true, but there would need to be a replacement of a lawyer.
Her lawyer has COVID. This is nobody's alt but mine.
Yeah, the coof is not going to put you out for that long, but yeah, we'll see. I
hope it's fake news. Oh, darn! Yeah. I'm sad. I might get sleep for the next few months.
No advices. No bad advices. You will not sleep.
Well, Murdoch's still coming. That's on Monday, regardless.
Yeah, that's happening regardless, guys. We're streaming no matter what, motherfuckers.
Another channel has someone in pretrial hearing for Sarah Boone has been continued till April. It seems like that might be the thing.
Oof. Well, if it is a thing, like I said, guys, we're just prepared to cover it. We've just covered all the bases. Yeah. Like this is something that's going to happen. She's going to trial. She's not going to get out of trial. We are going to cover this when it goes to trial. Period.
she's going to trial at some point, and if it goes till April, well, damn, we'll just have to grift this some more and have another makeup.
I'm sorry. We've got cases stretching out for the next 4 months. Oh, so horrible, man. So horrible.
And you clearly can't remember what we talked about in January, so we'll have to go over all of this shit again around the trial time.
Oh, sounds like
double grift.
Like grift.
But Murdoch trial is starting on Monday. We just need to find out where and how.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of sad. But it's April, so that the business trial should be finished by then. So that'll be good. And
excellent.
Courtney Clenny should finish, and then should business start, and then this start. So cool.
Right.
We could be doing trials until May.
The grift will never end.
Join Nick on Dumpster. Well, we've got the Murdoch trial next week.
Yeah, and once again, we don't know whether Dumpster. We still don't know whether that one's actually streaming Thought Body. Like, that's not been confirmed. I was talking to Nick just the other day on my channel, and he was still not sure about that. So we'll see.
I've never seen it anywhere being said that it's going to be cameras in the courtroom for that one.
Not been advertised at all. So that's pure speculation at this point.
Well, let's see if we can get through the last half of this 911 call.
Okay. Listen to me. All right. I want you to place the heel of your hand. Okay, right between his chest, right between his breastbones.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Yes,
we want to pump his chest for me hard and fast, going to this twice per second.
I'm doing it again.
Okay, no, just keep on pumping. That's all you need to do for me.
That's what she said.
Keep on pumping his chest for me. I don't need you to stop and talk or anything. I just want you to count out loud for me, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
She knows
11,
he's dead
12,
at this point.
13,
oh yeah.
14, 15. This is next.
Okay, ma'am, just keep on pumping his chest. That's all you need to do for me, okay?
Yes. Come on, please. Hurry up.
Okay, ma'am, they're driving here as fast as they can. Okay, don't stop to say hurry up. Just keep on pumping and counting.
I'm still doing it while I'm pumping you, okay?
Okay.
Still doing it.
All right, just continue pumping. Just count on us. I can count with you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
He smells.
23,
Chuckles.
24,
No.
25,
I don't think she's doing it this fast. I mean, I do not think it's
28,
possible.
29, 30, 31, 32.
And see, if she is, they should be telling her to slow down because you're supposed to do compressions to happy birthday. That's what they teach you, to happy birthday. Not 1, 2, 3, 4.
She's doing it like an intense push-up, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't think she could keep this pace. She's not, G.I. Jane over here.
Yeah, she'd be out of breath. If she's pumping his chest, she's just forcing out the poop. Scott, go to your room. No, don't say that.
Please hurry.
Okay, man, they're getting there as fast as they can, okay?
He's stiff and he's purple.
Okay. Keep pumping his chest for me, ma'am.
I'm still doing it, okay? Still doing it. Just don't make me count.
Right, okay, that's fine. Just, you do a good job. Just keep on doing it for me. That's all right. They're getting there as fast as they can, along with the sheriff's office also, okay?
Please.
See, I was told it's happy birthday because the whole entire fucking planet Earth knows the song Happy Birthday. Not everybody knows the Bee Gees Staying Alive. Staying alive, staying alive.
I've not heard that. I've never heard Staying Alive.
I've never heard Staying
I
Alive
remotely hear, but I remember the pacing, right? Having to do it on the doll. Yeah, this is not it.
I've never heard Staying Alive. Everybody in chat is saying it's Staying Alive. I have never heard that.
I've never heard that in my life.
I was trained to Happy Birthday, but I guess it's it's the same time scale, so all right, whatever.
If it works, it works.
Okay. Keep on pumping, man. 1.
Oh God, Lane Linsmith had to ask the $1 billion question.
Oh no,
Stiff rigor doesn't set in for about 12 hours. Correct me. Rigor sets in. That's the lymphic acid going into the muscles. That will happen from about 2 hours to 6 or 8 hours. After 6 or 8 hours, then the acid dissipates and the body goes soft again. You're not hard for eternity, despite what the Viagra commercials tell you.
I knew it was coming. I'm like, wait for it. There it is. There's my boy.
So yeah, the acid that causes rigor mortis is there from about 2 hours to about 8 hours. Then it starts to dissipate and the body goes limp again. That's how the mortician gets people into suits, dresses, and other things, because the body goes soft again. The fact she said he was stiff and purple, she's a fucking liar, is what she is.
Yes.
So there you go. Weird factoid.
No, it's beautiful. I mean, like I said, my family owns funeral homes, so these are important.
Oh, that's right. Well, what the fuck am I like? Yeah, you talk about it.
I mean, this is.
I forgot that weird legal mindset thing.
Yes, this is the creepy thing. Like my childhood memories of being locked inside of caskets. But it is, it's something that it's something that you need to remember here. And I think this guy has been dead for a while. I do think that he's been dead for a minute here, but I think that she remembers it. I think she knows exactly how long this guy's been dead.
Yeah, I totally forgot I forgot the history there with the funeral homes thing. Yeah, so did you get did Dad let you down in there with the bodies and things?
Oh yeah. I've seen an embalming. I've seen a cremation. I didn't touch anything, right? I'm not allowed to do that, right? I'm not unlicensed, not a licensed mortician. But I've seen the process happening. It's something that I think, for me, I treat with like utmost respect, right, and dignity. But it's something where you do have to move quick before those effects set in.
Yeah, so it's after 10 hours, then the acid starts to dissipate from the muscles. You go soft again. So She said it was at least 12 hours. She went upstairs at around midnight. The cops got there at 1-ish. He would not be like total in rigor at that point.
Yes.
She's a liar.
We were playing hide and seek.
3.
No, irrelevant facts. Why are you saying that? That's irrelevant at this point. I mean, what do you know why she's yelling about hide and seek? What does that have to do with him being dead? I mean, it doesn't make it better or
no, and it's literally the exact opposite of hide and seek. Let me zip you into this suitcase where I know you are in the middle of a room where I can clearly see you. There's no hiding and there's no seeking involved.
Right.
That's just called let me put you in a suitcase until you suffocate.
Until you die. Right?
Chuckles just says because she's a woman.
No. Facts though.
Just don't say it on my stream.
Okay. Keep on pumping, man. 1,
We were playing hide
2,
and seek.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep on pumping for me, man.
That's a
doing it.
fast
I'm doing it.
count.
Believe me, I'm doing it, okay? We were playing
Okay.
hide and seek.
Okay. All right, I understand.
I
All right, just
understand.
keep on pumping for me, okay? Okay.
Please hurry. This
Right,
is
okay.
horrible. This is horrific.
It's horrific. Who says that is horrific? Who says that?
It's unbelievable at this point. Like it's you have to suspend belief at this point.
Yeah, I mean, just the phrasing and things she uses, it's unnatural.
Yes, it's inauthentic.
It's horrific. Literally, who says that? It's like when lay people start talking about chain of custody and things that only like police and lawyers deal with. It's just weird.
And the funny thing is that people think they talk like this, but they really don't talk like that. That's just what you see in the documentation, the papers, right? When they're trying to do that. But believe it or not, lawyers don't speak in legalese all day. If we did, we'd probably shoot ourselves.
Yeah, totally. Well, I mean, you see it. It's like the guys are always like, I slapped that bitch, and then they talk to the police. Well, I was ambulating my way towards my domicile when the person of the female persuasion approached me, and
she was born with the chromosomes that identify her as female,
and I delivered a correctional backhanded swing. You just don't start all talking all educated and stuff. It's weird, it's unnatural, and it doesn't look good.
Yeah. Tactical talk.
What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely true.
Like, what happened?
You know what happened, bitch.
Okay, man, just keep on pumping his chest for me, okay?
Allegedly.
They're in the parking lot. They should be up there shortly, okay?
Is it just me, or is that brim on his hat like total Korean Ajuma hat?
Yes.
That's like way too big.
Yes.
If you know, you know.
I'm still doing it, okay?
All right, okay, good. And you found him in a suitcase, you said?
Yes. We were playing hide and seek last night. I fell asleep. I think they're here.
All right, just keep on pumping his chest until they take over, okay?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
Are you though?
Yeah. See, and if she's doing this, she's literally doing this to someone she knows is already a corpse. That's just weird to me. That's just creepy. Ugh. And why is this redacted? We read the whole thing.
Yeah, I have no clue why they decided to try to redact this.
I am.
Okay.
Open. Come in. Can I stop humping now?
Let them take over for you, okay?
Yeah, you know the cops are like, yeah, we don't need to take over.
What was the last time anybody saw him? Last night. We were playing hide and seek. He hit another.
Why once again, don't need to say any of this.
Look, I mean, this is something I've been fixated on. When do two people of this age ever decide they're gonna fucking play hide and seek.
Okay, can I defend this? You do silly shit when you're drunk, Jeff. I mean, do I need to tell you that?
Yes, because I have consumed multiple bottles of tequila in a single night, and the thought of
I
let's
can
play
confirm.
hide and seek never entered my head.
But have you done other dumb stuff when you're drunk you wouldn't otherwise do? I'm willing to.
Yes.
I'm willing to
Yes.
believe. See, here's the thing, Jeff. I'm willing to believe the hide and seek part. I'm actually willing to believe that. But what I'm not willing to believe is that she did not do something to make his condition worse and trap him in that suitcase.
Well, yeah. She clearly did. She clearly did something to make his position worse.
Yes.
Flipping the suitcase and going to sleep.
That would make it worse.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, Sovereign Boston. So, like, you're a degenerate. Like,
I mean, that is hide and seek as well. That's a game of hide and seek.
Well, you don't have to seek it. I know where mine is. She knows where mine is. But to hide, yes. Seek, nah.
Jeff.
Let's continue. Let's get through this damn 911 call. We've literally got a minute. We got 50 seconds left.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, you've been down too long. There's nothing we can do for you.
Hello, ma'am.
And so we're there, obviously.
All right.
Yeah, no, my boyfriend. Is your boyfriend? Okay. Does he have any kind of medical issues? No, not that I know of.
Hello.
Oh.
Hey, ma'am, the fire department's going to take care of you now, okay? Yeah, so we'll see you there.
Alrighty. Hello, ma'am. Is still there?
And notice how this is upside down.
Yeah, and
She's
you can
flipped
see
the suitcase over.
You can see because the weight distribution there. You can see his body is clearly on that one side.
Yeah. All right, we got a few super chats to burn here through, so we can talk about it. Did anyone watch the interrogation videos? Again, watch the last two videos I did on this last Tuesday and Wednesday. We went through the questioning of her outside of her house, and then the interrogation in the police station. So go back to last week and watch them. Excomer again. You and these. What is wrong with you?
These are pure degenerates. Pure degenerates.
But thanks for the North Korean krona. Engraved bags don't shine. There's a hidden secret inside. The truth hidden in the dark. No one knows. No one knows the truth hidden in the dark. It's like from like The Hobbit or some shit. It's like,
that's like the Hobbit thing. Like what's in my pocket? You know, that's the equivalent there.
Yeah. So yeah, nobody knows what's inside a man's purse or woman's purse. Sorry, man purses should not be a thing.
But they unfortunately are. But they unfortunately are.
Exactly. Adrian got the super sticker going. Thank you so much, Rick Nikita. Oh, I think I've opened the floodgates. Let the comedy comment. Not sure if you meant comment or commence, but hey, thanks. A new member. Okay, we got you already. The new member. You got a twofer. Awesome, thanks. Remember the old Samsonite commercial where the gorilla was tossing the luggage around? Yeah. Can we find a way to make this their new ad campaign? I've thought about that exact same commercial covering this. Just like you can throw it down the stairs and people are relatively intact. Steve the sheep god, he was purple. Wonder if that's the same guy that got me fired from my lifeguard job.
Racist. Bigoted.
That body contest. My mom has a defibrillator. Okay. My dad had a heart condition, so they got one in case. That makes sense.
So you have a specific reason to have that. And also, look, if you want to be safe, if you want to, do extra safety precautions, that's fantastic. But does the average American household have a defibrillator in AED? No.
Didn't help when he had his heart attack, but people do have them. Oh no. I'm sorry, that's funny. Riptide Crime, thank you for the shout out. Hey brother, thank you. I sent you an email, man. When we do these things, if you want on, you are welcome to come on the stream anytime. Go to Riptide Crimes channel. This is where we've got these next few videos coming from. his YouTube channel. And thank fuck he's a cool guy and he's not being a cuck and copyright claiming everybody and doing shit like that, because he's a real base dude.
We do not support that on Legal Vices or Mindset. Do not support any copyright cuckoldry. And I can say that because we're at 2 hours.
We are. And well, in 13
in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. It's all right.
But you seriously go to Riptide Crime. He's got some amazing interrogation videos and other videos there. You'll love the set. I'm assuming the gender is male. If it's a female, extra hit me up.
Bigot, you bigoted Korean resident.
And thank you so much for the super chat. And again, everybody should go over to Riptide Crime, subscribe, like to every single video that's ever been on that stream. Solid channel, which is where we're getting these videos right now. Marv White, AEDs are not uncommon in apartment complexes. True. I would, I guess modern apartment complexes, but just to like have handy around your house and not have to run down the block. And it's not abnormal for dispatch to remind people well, sure, they have to ask. I mean, but I'm thinking the chances are pretty much none.
But Marv, once again, does she have it on hand? Does she know where it is? Right. That's the thing. Yeah, sure. Let's say there is one in your apartment complex. Do you probably know where that is? Do most people know where that is? Maybe you know where that is, but I guarantee you most people don't. And by the way, if your apartment complex does have one, maybe you should familiarize yourself with that.
I'm thinking the nearest one to me is probably the subway station a mile away from my house.
I honestly, I know there's not one in my office cell. So I mean, there's definitely not one here. So it's probably
they might have one. Yeah, they might have one in our apartment complex or in the condo complex, but fuck me if I know if they do or not, or if they do where it is. I don't know. Nowhere I've ever been. Good point. But of course I live alone, so if I stroke out or have a heart attack, like
there's bigger issues.
They'll find out when the neighbors complain about the stench and they break open the door and Doggy and Yoda have been snacking on my corpse for a week. That's the first indication anybody's going to have that I'm gone. Just saying. All right, the last 2 super chats. Then we'll get into the questioning of his brother, the deceased guy's brother. Corn Pop, we need to make suitcases smaller. Yeah. You make big suitcases illegal. Because suitcases kill.
Deadly suitcases strike again.
He's purple. Supersize that combo. Same energy. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, purple. Supersize it. Oh, God. All right, before we get back into this, again, go to Legal Mindset. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already done so. And if you haven't, I haven't. Yeah, or resubscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed, whatever. Oh, we got a member for 2 months. Achio Megapint says, Jeff, I became a member today. First time I paid myself. Yeah, apparently you were gifted and then you re-upped. Thank you so much for re-upping after you were gifted a membership. Deeply appreciated. Welcome to your own funded, clean, and sober crew. That is super awesome. Flux says, my stream got age restricted for age. I wonder why. Flux, you were off the hook. I can't even repeat what the title of your video was.
Wholesome.
The gay F-bombs were flowing, like the slur F-bombs, the fuck it F-bombs were flying. You were on one today, Flux. I'm surprised you just didn't get nuked. But age restricted, I can understand. That was an awesome stream. Go to Flux, go to House of Flux. It's all one word together. House of Flux, 2 X's, FLUXX. Subscribe to Flux's channel. She's great. She's a painter. She does her own. She was one of my mods. She felt inspired in the same way that Legal Mindset inspired me to start this channel. I inspired her to start her channel.
All sorts of bad ideas
continues.
All sorts of bad ideas. But seriously, if I can do it, a weirdo from South Florida, a weirdo in Busan who ended up in Korea, if we can do it, you guys can do it. I encourage everybody to consider it. Do what you care about, do what you're passionate about, and do it consistently, and you guys will see success.
And Valhalla Awaits. He's simping for Flux's channel. Valhalla Awaits has his own channel as well, where he has like cool videos of goats and other things, model painting, and it's an awesome channel. My mods are like super cool, and they're doing things. And my members are super cool, doing their own channels. It's a great. We need to just grow the YouTube community. Everybody subscribe to everybody else. That's how we grow. One left from Jim Satala. I'm not only a member, but I'm also president of Hair Pie for Men Club. Moving right along.
Yeah.
Not gonna touch that one. So this also is another video from our good friend Riptide True Crime. This is the police questioning for what was the time on that? 12 minutes. And we've got a couple other things we might, since how the trial's delayed. I don't know. It's midnight here. It's past Andrew's bedtime because he's got his early morning.
Wait, hold on. How long is this one?
This is 12 minutes.
Oh, we got this. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, and the friend is 12 minutes, and the property manager.
Okay, I got one 12-minute in me.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I can last 12, which means 30.
Yeah, so we'll do this. We'll do this last video and the last two videos. More grifting next week because we've got time. We'll see. Well, maybe we got Murdoch trial coming up. We'll do it later.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
We'll do it.
All right, this is our last thing we got here. So everybody, this is your last chance to go over to Legal Mindset, subscribe to him, subscribe to me, hit the like button, resubscribe, make sure you're still subscribed, etc., etc. Take the poll. We'll close down the poll and give you the results after that. Currently, we've got 1,487 viewers and 1,174 likes. That's awesome. Great. Thanks for that, guys. Let's listen to his brother's questioning by the police. This is the dead guy's brother talking to the cops. RiptideTrueCrime.com.
Today's date is February 26, 2020. The time now is approximately 13:22 hours.
So this is 6 days after he died. He's talking to the
Yes.
This is in reference to Orange County case number 20-017904. I'm currently located in my unmarked agency vehicle outside of yard in Orlando, Florida. In the car with me is my partner,
Scott Lower.
And in the front seat is, sir, can you state your name for me?
Juan Torres.
And your birthday?
31.
Okay. And you are the brother to George Torres Jr., correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It came to my, your parents had explained to me that you had a conversation with George a few days ago. Do you recall that specific date?
Yes. It was Sunday.
Cricket Crafts and Crime. She's got her channel too.
On Sunday. So Sunday,
Go
we're
to
looking
her,
at the
Griff.
calendar together, the 23rd?
The 23rd.
Okay, so February 23rd, you guys had a conversation. Do you recall what time that conversation took place?
7:30. Oh, it finished at 7:30.
Do you remember what time it started? Do you by any chance still have it in your call log?
God, they're asking about the last time he talked to his brother alive.
Crazy. That's just. I mean, imagine having to
Does
have that
it
conversation.
Do it when. So it had to be 7:30. Because when you call, it clocks it. It doesn't do it at the end. It starts it.
It starts it, and
so
then it
7
tells you how long you talked for.
So it was 7:30.
Okay. If you do have it in your call log, I'd love to take a picture of it if you still have it.
Oh, we just hit 1,200 likes. Thanks, guys.
So it'd be
Awesome,
Sarah.
guys.
Okay.
But,
If you click, I'm just gonna. There we go. Do you mind if I take a photo?
no, it's fine.
Okay. And so it says you received an incoming call at 7:30, and you guys spoke for 4 minutes.
Yes. We was talking. I was playing dominoes with my kids and my wife. And at first I wasn't gonna pick it up. Then I picked
Very
it
wholesome.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't going to pick up the phone call because he was playing games. I bet he's thankful as fuck he picked up that phone call.
Yeah.
Ugh.
because they were always fighting and stuff with the alcohol. So
Now, see, that's the thing that she said, "Oh no, we weren't drunk. We were having a great time. Everything was perfect. Everything has been so good." This is dude's own brother saying they were fighting every goddamn chance they got because of alcohol.
Yep.
Same thing her ex-husband said. They always drink to excess every fucking day.
So
That's where the truth is
he
coming
started
out.
talking to me, he was calm, so I was like, oh, okay. So I put it on speaker. So my kids are there, like, they joke around with him, and he was joking around with them. And we're talking, and then he's talking to me about when we was kids. And then, like, a couple minutes after that, that's when I hear in the back start arguing with him. No, I have to call my brother. I have to talk to him. And he's like, no, I'm talking to my brother. It was her phone. So, and then she starts arguing and telling him that, no, tell him what you've been doing to me. You choked me, this and that. But he was calm. And he was like, okay, I got to let you go. And then he said, I love you. And I told him I love you. And basically, that was it.
Oof.
That's tough.
So she yells in the background, tell him what you've been doing to me.
Yeah.
You've been choking me.
Yeah.
Did you ask him anything about that?
No, because the thing with them, they would fight and they would hit each other. Because there was times he came here and she had hit him with a phone and he had a black eye. So it was...
It's mutual, man. This is just a ridiculous relationship.
Cycle, a cycle. Yeah.
And like I said at the beginning, he was arrested 4 or 5 times for beating on her. She was arrested a bunch of times for beating on him. They're doing this to each other.
Yeah.
And his poor brother's like breaking down now, just ugh.
It's like...
Did you witness that?
I didn't get to see it, but
Okay.
he told me himself.
Okay.
So
you guys know that there's domestic between the two.
Between them. And I told him, get out of there, get out of there. I would tell him, leave. And what's crazy is that he would leave, come here, and she would call and tell him to come back, and she would come and get him.
That's
so
crazy.
She had the car, he didn't have a car.
Right.
So
you said that he sounded calm.
He was calm, relaxed. Like he would... I can tell because my brother's been drinking for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to get him help before.
Right.
And I can tell when he was like really drunk, and he wasn't that drunk that night.
He wasn't.
So when you're describing him as calm, that's an indication that he hadn't been drinking that much.
That he wasn't that drunk. No.
Okay. When he's been drinking, does he get really excited?
Sometimes he gets excited, and you can tell he like slurs his words, and he like, and I can tell like he gets really emotional, and sometimes starts crying and.
Okay. And none of that happened that
No,
night.
none of that.
Have you ever witnessed them physically fight?
I've seen them because I've been to their house and she's come out all crazy. I went over with my wife and they had called me to go over there. She had called me to go over there.
Sarah?
Sarah had.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'll come over. That he wanted to see me. So I went over. And as soon as I get there, she comes out crazy because she saw some guy peeing around the corner. And she was trying to fight the guy and argue with the guy.
Holy shit.
She's likes to fight girl.
Yeah. Likes to fight men. By the way, that's the thing. A woman, and she's not a big woman. She's not Jack. She's not an MMA fighter here. She likes to fight men. That is a specific personality. It is extraordinarily danger-seeking personality that does not give a damn.
Some dude peeing on the side of your house or whatnot, you call the cops or you ignore it. You don't go out and fight with the dude that's peeing on the side of your house.
Yeah.
And my brother was like, yo, calm down, just calm down. And it was like, I went to that. That's why I would try to avoid everything. Like, I would call, whenever he called me, I talked to him. I tried to talk to him. But it was always, like, they were always.
Did she physically touch George, or was she just getting really upset and
upset? Like she came out upset. But there's a person, I can't remember, somebody seen him because he was on a bike one day, and he told me, I can't remember the person it was because he was on a bicycle, and she hit him with the car. And I can't remember who the person was. And he told me.
Okay. Have you ever seen any marks on George?
Yeah, around his neck, eye.
Like what kind of marks?
Like the time she hit him with the phone.
Okay.
He had a black eye, scratches all over his neck.
Would you see Sarah every time you saw George?
Off and on. Like, if I would go over there, I would see her with him. And then sometimes if he ever came here, I would see him. Or sometimes when I would go over there, he would just come out and I wouldn't see her.
So you more saw your brother than Sarah?
I think it was equal.
Equal?
Because I've seen her. Sometimes she had marks and stuff.
So what do you mean by marks?
He's being honest. He's being honest.
Yeah. It's not just like, oh, my poor brother, he was a saint.
He said they were beating on each other. They were all beating on each other.
Yeah, he said he's got a drinking problem. We've tried to get him help. He hits her, she hits him. It's a mutual thing. So this says very much authenticity. This is honest.
Yes, and it's believable, right? It's believable because she's going to tell a story where she is the victim. You know, I see people saying, "Oh, well, they're going to make a BWS, a battered woman syndrome defense." Right? I don't think that's persuasive here. I just don't.
And stuff too. They used to beat each other.
And where were her bruises be?
I've seen on her arm, black eyes too.
No, it wasn't Diva. No.
Okay. Did George ever confide in you about their domestic problems? Like, did he ever tell you? Is there anything else that he's ever told you about him and Sarah? Any arguments? Any physical altercations?
No, he didn't really like to talk about it like that. Like everybody knew it.
Right.
Like they used to come here and fight and stuff.
Okay.
And
They fight everywhere, everywhere. They're just fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom wouldn't like it and tell him to go.
Right.
And I know one day
my
she
mom.
came, it's been like maybe 2 months. My dad, because she always tried to hug everybody. Everybody didn't want to be hugging like that.
Yeah, hugging on people.
And
Yeah.
she pushed my dad.
Be right back.
And my dad fell.
Yeah.
So
Would they always would Sarah always be intoxicated when you saw her?
most of the time.
And what about George?
There was times he was not, he had drank, but he wasn't like drunk. Like he would try to like eat and try to have her eat because they was always drinking so much. So he was like, we need to eat something. But
So he was being smart. He was being smart, trying to keep her,
Did
you know, in the game.
Like a couple of years ago, did you and your brother have any kind of a falling out? Did you guys get into an argument, a fist fight, or anything?
No. See,
Has he gotten into a physical altercation with any of your brothers?
With Farrell, he did, the one that had the long hair.
The curly hair?
Yeah. With him, but it was just.
How severe of a fight was this?
Drunk huggers are the
brothers.
worst.
Did he
Anybody go to the hospital?
No, nothing like that.
Anybody have like bloodied lips, broken noses, anything like that?
Broken eye?
No. Oh, he had with my other brother too, with Mo. George had went to the hospital.
George went to the hospital.
Yeah, George.
It was a few years ago, 2 years ago, maybe 2.5.
That happened because she said they was drunk. They was at my Mo's house, at Moses' house. That's the other one.
Moses?
His name is Moses.
Is it last name Torres?
Torres. He they had got into it because Sarah had came and said that George had beat her, and then they got into it. But I wasn't there that day. Moses he can tell you about that.
But George did go to the hospital.
George went. George was in the hospital for that.
Do you remember what injuries he sustained?
Something in his eye sockets.
Oof.
That's not
The
fun.
nose, maybe.
I think his nose too, but it had something was wrong with his like
orbital.
Yeah, the orbital. Yeah. But,
All right. Is there anything else that you think is important for us to know about your brother or Sarah and their relationship? I'm assuming the 4-minute conversation, he was just kind of like, you guys were just talking at first.
At first, just talking. I would notice that he was okay. It wasn't a fight.
You said he was like, joking with your kids, and then you hear Sarah in the background,
and then that's when Sarah came.
And then you let him go, or he let you go.
Because he was like, my niece and nephew, they can hear you, like. So I was like, he was like, all right, bye, and then.
Okay.
How did she sound?
She sounded like crazy, like she always did. Like,
yeah, that right there is telling right there. Like she always did.
Like she was always like that, crazy. Like she would just start yelling.
Was she yelling any kind of threats or anything?
No. She was just saying about calling her brother.
So she was threatening to call her brothers to beat him up?
Okay, can you...
My brother can beat up your brothers.
Wow, my brothers are gonna come and get you. My brothers are gonna whoop your ass. Yeah, sure.
That is so elementary / high school shit.
It's
my dad can beat up your dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Last 20 seconds.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you promise
swear
and swear everything we've talked about has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. This ends the recording 13:35 out.
All right. Thank you so much for making that available to everybody. Riptide
Awesome.
True Crime.
Awesome. Appreciate it, brother.
That's where we are. Apparently now we've got things going out to April. Burn through the super chats here. Indigo Luna, all his pictures are mugshots, lol. Again, even if they are all mugshots,
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't mean he deserves to be killed or die. Assuming he was killed.
Yes.
Nancy Jennings says, Sarah Boone pre-trial moved to April. Lawyer wants to look into battered woman syndrome.
Yeah, so saw that. I mean, obviously, if they're looking at BWS or looking into that, they're going to come up with some sort of defense based on that. But I think it might make sentencing, alleviated, if anything.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to remove the guilt. I think that all would fall on a sentencing side, if at all. And by the way, in this case, beating on each other, I think that there's violence going all around in this situation, and I can believe that. By the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the key point. It's she has been arrested for beating on him too. So it's not like she just stood there and took it for 20 years. They've been dating about 4 years, I think it said 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
Even though she's only been divorced for about a year and a half. Do the math.
Does it add up?
It was just two wine bottles isn't enough for her demeanor. Well, they probably ran out of what they had in the house and then had to go to buy 2 more. I'm kind of thinking she was pretty slurry in the videos. And Sarah Nancy Jennings super chatted the message. Thank you so much. We would have got around to reading your message first, but hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Sarah Boone trial moved to April. Or said better was not televised today. Well, thank you so much for that. It is noted. I guess we'll pick it up again in April, but we've still got more stuff coming. And Sojourner Legal Vices. Do you agree George did not sound drunk? She did, but he wasn't slurring his words or unable to articulate when he was saying he couldn't breathe. See, I don't. That's not a good indicator. And the reason I say that is because I don't really slur my words when I'm drunk. I can drink an absolute fuck ton, and I don't slur my words. And people don't believe that I'm drunk. And I'm trying to no, I'm way more drunk than you, pal. And nobody believes me. They keep doing it. You're smiling.
Well, I don't want to say never, but I mean, it's like you're right though. You're right. You are.
Well, when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and we're laying on the streets of Seoul eating pizza from some random shop that's still open.
Okay.
I've had enough to slur my speech at that point.
I will say, and then I'm blacking out on the subway. So listen, I'm not no, but there's no judgment here of the mindset or the vices. I'm just saying that Does it never have I ever?
Oh no, it's not
but
never.
It takes a shit ton. It takes a shit ton.
Yeah,
to get
and that time I was definitely slurring, and to the point that sleeping in the bushes seemed like a really good idea. Oh yeah, no, I do more often. I'm tired. I'm more tired than I am drunk. I just I don't really slur a lot.
That's very
when it gets to be 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm more tired than I am drunk. And yeah, it takes a lot to get me slurring, but I do slur. And last time we slurred with God, who the hell was there? Scott was there, and yeah, you and me were just like in the middle of the 4 o'clock in the morning. We'd been to 4 or 5 different places.
It was
having
great.
lots and lots and lots to drink, and like, it's 4 o'clock and there's a pizza place open. Let's have pizza.
We got an hour to kill before the metro's open.
Yeah. And then it just went downhill from there. But well, we got through all of these things here.
Right.
Gosh, I'm kind of sad this thing has been extended out to at least April.
I mean, it's if that, I'm assuming this is all true, guys. So I'm taking the chat's word for it, which is first mistake. But I just do not believe BWS is going to get her off the hook. I don't believe that it's something they hadn't thought about at all.
No.
I just believe she wants to make that argument, and she's hard on that argument. And I think there's a lot of facts going against her. I think there's a lot of evidence going against her here in terms of her culpability. Yes, you can bring it up in sentencing, but I just don't see that removing her culpability here.
Yeah. And I guess a good way to end this is to do 2 things. One, read this thing that I came up with. I did a ChatGPT short story.
Oh no.
That is really, really scary.
Oh God.
And then we'll kind of hit what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
Okay.
This is scary to the point of absurdity. Where's the window? Here we go. Make sure I don't have anything showing.
Anything naughty.
Oh, dude. I just about royally fucked up last Friday.
What'd you do?
I was doing a thing on how Ron Jeremy was declared incompetent to stand trial because of his dementia, and people are saying, "Well, he looks bad." And I was like, "That's not really bad. You should see how he looks now." And I was this close to clicking search on a just like broadcasting a search for Ron Jeremy live.
You know where that's gonna go. You know exactly where that's gonna go.
Oh, it went there, but thank fuck I didn't click that share
Although
screen.
I will say, we are in Korea, and unless your VPN is on, I mean, you would get certain things blocked, right?
Oh, nothing was blocked, and it was so close. I mean, like to the point where I went, "Holy crap! Did I share that?" And I had to make sure I didn't share that stream. I hyperventilated a little bit, so yeah, I'm really careful about that right now. So this is I did this just before we went live here.
All right.
I said, write a 500-word story about a boyfriend and a girlfriend with a rocky past who enjoy doing puzzles and playing games. But one night they play hide and seek and the husband dies after hiding in a suitcase. Once upon a time, there was a young couple named Alex and Sarah. They got the name right, Sarah.
Wow. That's creepy.
Yeah, they'd been together for a few years, but their relationship had been rocky. Despite this, they shared a love for puzzles and games. They would often spend their evenings putting together jigsaw puzzles or playing board games together. One night, they decided to play a game of hide and seek. Alex went first and hid while Sarah counted. After a few minutes, Sarah began searching for him. She looked all over the house, but she couldn't find him. She started to get worried and called out his name, but there was no response. Just as she was about to give up, she heard a faint noise coming from the guest room. She cautiously approached the room and slowly opened the door. Inside, she found Alex hidden inside a suitcase. She let out a sigh of relief and laughed at how clever his hiding spot was. But as she reached out to open the suitcase, Alex didn't respond. In horror, Sarah opened the suitcase and found Alex unconscious. She immediately called for an ambulance, but it was too late. Alex had died from suffocation while hiding inside the suitcase. Sarah was devastated by the loss of her boyfriend. She couldn't believe that something as innocent as a game of hide and seek could lead to such a tragic end. I'm just wondering if she just didn't like go, oh my God, let's ask ChatGPT what to say.
The ChatGPT defense, right?
Yeah.
It's like literally the GPT lawyer.
She felt guilty for not finding him sooner. This is just so spooky close to what actually happened. She felt guilty for not finding him sooner and couldn't help but think about all the things they would never get to do together, like solving puzzles and playing games. The news of Alex's death quickly spread throughout their community, and many friends and family members came to offer their condolences. Despite the overwhelming sadness, she felt Sarah knew that she needed to move on and find a way to remember Alex in a positive way. In memory of Alex, Sarah organized a charity puzzle event where all proceeds went towards a children's hospital. The event was a huge success and brought many people together to share their love for puzzles and games, just as Alex and Sarah had done.
So that last part is way too wholesome.
Yeah, well, through this event, Sarah was able to find closure and honor Alex's memory. She knew that he would have been happy to know that his love for puzzles and games was able to make a positive impact on others. In the end, Sarah learned that life is fragile and that it's important to cherish every moment with the ones you love. She was grateful for the time she was able to spend with Alex, and even though their time together was cut short, she would always remember him as the kind of loving person that he was.
Aww.
that's the ChatGPT. And all right. Oh Lord. All right. Wow.
Holy shit.
So that's where we are. Tell us what's coming up next week. Are you doing anything between? What are you doing for the end of this week and then?
So Murdoch. So yeah, this week, obviously, tomorrow I'll do a stream on locals. I'm gonna do a local exclusive, legalmindset.locals.com. It's where I do a lot of exclusive stuff. I do have a huge announcement on that one, so that'll be really fun.
Oh,
that'll be locals exclusive tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try to do every once a week, just a pure locals exclusive stream. So that'll be whenever I wake the hell up. Tomorrow I'm gonna do that, and then on Wednesday night. I have a stream. We'll be talking about the Idaho 4 as well, a little bit of a preview of the Murdoch case, some of the big ones that are trending with Legally Blonde podcast, or Legally Dirty Blonde podcast, which should be fun. And then I'll have a Max Muir stream. And then Joe, we get a little Jewish and we round out the weekend with some kosher stuff. So it should be pretty fun. And then we're getting into streaming next week. So I mean,
Murdoch trial next Monday.
My sleep schedule is not ready, and then of course I personally I'll be in Singapore. So my little surprise for you guys is I came into the YouTube game streaming in a bathroom. So I intend to try to stream the first day of the Murdoch trial from the bathroom. So if you guys want to see that, you guys want to see me in a Singaporean bathroom streaming, check out that on Monday. It's going to be great.
Do we want to see you streaming in a Singaporean bathroom?
Oh yes, you do.
Oh, do we? All right.
You're going to hear the flush this time.
Oh, dear. Don't do that. And so explain how we're going to be doing the Murdoch trial. What our schedule will be.
So we are going to do kind of like an icy hot sort of thing, right? Jeff goes on to burn the pain and I relax it away. We're going to kind of do a split. Typically, it'll be Jeff starting off with Jeff on Legal Vice's channel, covering the first half of the trial, so up to lunch. At lunchtime, I'll pop on. We'll talk about it. If I missed anything, he's going to catch me up. We'll do that. Jeff will go to get some sleep or another drink, whatever his choice is. We'll pop on over to my stream. We'll set it up, in the back end, so it just transfers everything over nice and smoothly. And we'll be doing that, pretty much throughout the trial. I'll try to do recap streams maybe, or at least clip some recaps there. But frankly, I'm going to be mainly concentrating on streaming for these 3 weeks, 4 weeks, months that we're streaming, because that's what you guys want. And I'm a man of the people. I give you guys what you want.
And same for me. I'll be doing it. We will probably be suspending our normal stuff while we work through these trials for the next few weeks, to however long it takes to get through them. As for me, coming up tomorrow, we're going to be doing a review of a newly released Uvalde video.
Ooh,
the sheriff Arredondo, he released there was a 2-hour interview shortly after it where he just shits on himself even more than that degenerate coward already shit on himself previously. Where, I mean, one of the highlights of that, he was saying he purposely didn't order them to go in because he was more concerned about the students outside the school than the ones that were inside the room.
Right.
It's
stunning and brave.
We're going to be watching that piece of shit interview tomorrow. Thursday is O.J. Simpson Day. As always, Barry Scheck is going to continue to dismantle Dennis Fung, the L.A. Criminologist. Friday, we're just going to do a chill stream because it's probably the last chill stream we're going to be able to do for quite a while without the trial. So we'll just sit around, talk about stories we don't normally get to talk about. And then next Monday, we start with the Murdoch trial. So that'll take us. But make sure you go over to Legal Mindset, subscribe to him. Here's how our poll ended. Like my video, subscribe to everything we've done here. We picked up a few subscribers. Bless all y'all. Double check. If you are a subscriber to Legal Mindset and or me, double check you are still a subscriber to us. YouTube is going through a purge. They do it every now and then. I've had mods be unsubscribed 10 times.
Same issue. I've had my mods unsubscribed. You know, I think Danielle was in the chat earlier. I saw her. And regular viewers unsubscribed. These are not people that, you know, aren't watching. Maybe they came during Amber Heard and they just sloughed off. No, it's active viewers. So just guys check. It's worth making sure. And also make sure you're over there on Locals because that's where the exclusive stuff goes down.
Where's the Max Murrah stream? Locals or Rumble?
Max Murrah will be dual YouTube Rumble, but I may end up making it like go Rumble if we get too spicy because you know Max and he's gonna get he's gonna get knee deep in those Asahis, knee deep in the whiskey, you know, in the strong zeros. It's gonna be fantastic.
I'll definitely be watching that one. Love Max. Max is good people. We got 2 super chats just came in. Magician Sapphire, I think you missed my super chat.
I think he's been catching all of them, but
I thought I got all of them.
Yeah, I thought you did too.
See, now you should have just put what the super chat I missed was in there because now I've got to open my Google Sheets real quick here. Google Sheets. Because I closed out the windows.
I am very glad you got on the Google Sheet train.
I needed to do that for my drunk streams. It really helps.
It does. You got to have a log. You got to be able to prove and document that a thing was done.
Yeah. All right. So opening up the super chat Google Sheets list and scrolling down through a bajillion years worth of super chats. And let's see. Magician Sapphire. Oh, I guess we did miss one.
Oh, really?
It was between one of Xcomer's Korean things and that we need to make super suitcases smaller. It is Magician Sapphire saying, "Man, this trend of pale-faced women yeeting boyfriends / husbands is wild, man."
Indeed.
Because men put up with this shit.
Yes. Very much.
That'll be a good topic for Friday. And Alan bringing in the big guns. Thank you so much, Alan. Remember, I'm not here from Friday night for 4 weeks. I'll pop on and off. You enjoy that much earned 1 month vacation where in the super secret location where you are vacationing. You will definitely enjoy it. You deserve it. You own it. You rock that thing. All right, folks, that brings us to the end. We have to announce the closing of the poll. Currently 1,327 viewers, 1,351 likes, and weirdly 1,400 votes. Some of you voted without hitting the like and subscribe button. Shame
that is
on
weird.
you.
That's odd. That's
cheated.
That's awkward.
Fucking cheaters. You ruined the poll. All right, here's the poll. Coming in at 4th place, I pounded the like and subscribe button like a baggage handler with a suitcase. Coming in at 3rd place, I pounded the like and subscribe button like someone jamming a boyfriend in a suitcase. Coming in at 2nd place, I pounded the like and subscribe buttons like an OnlyFans model on a good day. And coming in with 43%, the clear winner, I pounded the like and subscribe button like a suitcase bouncing down the stairs. Ending the poll, Thanking you all for being here. Mods, you're great. You're wonderful. Chat, couldn't do without you. We have the greatest chat. The Vice Squad rules, the best chat on the internet platform. And I can say that because they overlap so well with Legal Mindset.
Thank you. Good, nice, very safe. Yeah, no, the base Legal Mindset and the Vice Squad are very much overlapped. And honestly, I'm so glad to see communities being built, because that's how we survive in an era that they're trying to censor us, they're trying to restrict us, they're trying to keep us down. We do better together. We will only be able to get the truth out there by working together. And it is my pleasure to come on with Jeff and to work with Jeff anytime.
And we're going to be doing this all through the trial. So thank you for the super chats. Gratefully accepted. Thanks for the subs. Join Legal Mindset in about 7 hours from now, right?
It should give or take. Whenever I wake the fuck up, I'm going to be honest.
Whenever he wakes up, and I'll be back 20 or 19 hours whenever I fucking feel like it myself. We'll be back then. Take care, everybody. Love you all. You missed my 3-month sober. Vince Clortho. Yeah, the weird thing about all of these monthly things that come up, StreamYard doesn't catch them. You just have to be glancing at the stream magically to catch the monthly things. Yeah, and but congratulations for being the 3 months of the Clean and Sober crew. You get the last word out of here. So thank you so much for that. Everybody, you rock. We'll talk to you later. Legal Mindset out. Law Racks out. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.